J Squad.
We gotta find now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find
Yo, what is is going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? The last stream really blew up. It was 4.9K views around one, and then it blew up to at 6. It blew up to at 14. Yeah, I was actually pretty amazed at how much. It's up to 20K now. So little surprising, pretty cool. But welcome. How's everyone doing today? How y'all in chat doing as y'all filter in? Me, I can't say. I mean, it was a normal Monday at work, but I did get to thinking after the EDP video, I was like trying to figure out like what today's stream was going to be, but something caught my eye. Something that I started looking a little bit at and decided I wanted to go in more blind on it. And it's after the EDP stuff. Seeing Jidion in his interview, we'll say, and the other guy, I don't even remember the other guy's name. Just Chibi being Chibi. I'm hyped for Gears of War E-Day, though also, hello Wargaming Dad, welcome Gears 05 War. Yeah, I mean, I was a big fan of like the first one and the second one. I usually fall off in trilogies around the second or third one. But I'm excited to see what comes up with it. The problem is I don't play a lot of big name games anymore. I don't play a lot of AAA stuff. I play a lot of indie stuff. But you never know. It may be something I pick up. We're working on Darkwood right now, even though I skipped last Sunday because of the EDP video. I was thinking about watching it Monday. I was also thinking about doing the Dickers drama, but then that just looked boring. So I went ahead and we watched that. Man, that was a good stream. That was fun. My first exposure to Jidion was the failed Sting dressed as a cupcake. Yeah, that was really pathetic. Like they failed at trying to take down EDP, right? And they did it in like the worst way possible. Like, what are you talking about? You used an actual child as bait, right? As bait. Dickers using boring. I guess you mean usually. No, I think Dickers is entertaining. I used to watch him like after when he first started going live. I started watching him, and it could be some entertaining content. He's a smart guy. So the drama has been interesting, that's for sure. But yeah, so I also saw something on X that also like carved my interest. It was like interesting. I didn't know that before this he was pretty positive about the EDP documentary coming out. I wonder what he has to say now. I wonder what he has to say now. But let's listen real quick. This will be the start of our journey into figuring out who Jidion is. We're gonna watch probably his arrest first. And also, I've got to find the video game, but I found a video. The EDP documentary trauma. True. I think that one did us all in. But yeah, let's see what he had to say before it dropped, right? Before it dropped.
He came over to my house about 2 years ago, and he interviewed me, and yeah, so I just want you to know, like, I just want to ask you, before we continue, are you sure you want to continue this 1,000%? Are you 1,000% sure you want to keep on asking some questions? I think the documentary the documentary is going to tell all. He came over to my house about 2 years.
The documentary did tell all, everybody. It did tell all. Welcome, Astral. Welcome. I watched a predator catcher finding a predator, then forcing them to play games and telling that pred, we'll let you go if you win. These people don't really care about children. They don't. It's all just for clicks and views, because who doesn't like to watch a predator getting, a pedophile getting what's coming to them, as they say. But in the long run, it causes more harm, because these guys end up letting the vast majority of them go. They end up letting the vast majority of them go free because of what they did. And all they did is make a smarter pedophile, right? It's all about money, Batman. It is. It is. And it seems like a lot of these guys are fucking like money hungry. That's the problem, is it seems really easy to get like millions of subs and millions of views just from doing predator hunting stuff. It doesn't matter. Woo! Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I just broke a Coke and it went flying all over the place. Let me get this cleaned up real quick. I'll be I'll be right back. Oh.
J Squad.
We gotta find now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find the culprit.
All right, there we are. There we are. Luckily, it missed anything important, like my keyboard or the computer or anything like that. Money and clout. Yeah, it's definitely for the fame, too. It's not just the money, right? And I understand, like, I understand the idea of wanting people to talk to, wanting attention, right? I didn't start a YouTube channel because I wanted to sit at 0 people in my chat and just talk to myself. I wanted to have other people to talk to. Now, there's a difference between, the normal clout run of people, making their streams, meeting new people, talking natural growth, than clout chasing by just following these trends that could make millions of views, no matter how degenerate or how I hate the word problematic, but how problematic, I think, is the best way to put it. I can't get people to watch gaming streams, just play SVU cop on the internet. Yeah, that's just it. Well, the problem is that the gaming used to be a way to do it. Gaming used to be a way to do it. And the problem is, what is this? What? Oh, fucking Chibi is getting his comeuppance. It's bad when Chibi reviews can say that you were can call you out for your degenerate shit. This is fucking crazy. Oh man. But anyway. So yeah. So confident that it was just going to make him look good. This what is it even up to now, right? What is I mean, he's probably got millions at this point. Maybe. EDP documentary. It's sad that still like the documentary is there, but of course Penguin fucking is the first one up there. I mean, right now it's sitting at 1.8 million. Fucking doing amazing. And 1.8 million people saw the interview with Jidion and how he used a child as bait so he could try and take down EDP, because he thought for sure EDP, the most prolific fucking pedophile on the internet, I can get lots of views from that. Lots of views. We're gonna watch a little bit of his content too, because I want to see what kind of pred hunter he is. Sent 3 roll-ups of the Chibi review stuff. Yeah, we'll take a look at that in a minute. If you don't know, Jidion recently got arrested. It sounds like it was over harassment of another YouTuber's like uncle or something like that. We'll listen to it. It goes into it, but I figured we'd watch the arrest itself because I heard about this, but I really didn't know who Jidion was, and I really didn't care all that much. But now that I've watched the EDP video, Mike Glum's documentary, I'm much more interested in learning about this guy and like what makes him tick.
Think this is gonna get dropped? Do you really think the charge is gonna stick? I am a multi-millionaire. I promise
am a
you, I can take this as far as
multi-millionaire.
you want.
Dude,
When a famous
all right, I'm already stopping at 3 seconds in. But like, just you saying that you're a multi-millionaire does not help your case at all, right? Yeah, of course, you'll probably get an expensive lawyer and get and get out, maybe, depending on what happened. But I guarantee you, those cops don't give a shit.
YouTuber and his crew are arrested, it seems like the end of a harrowing day. But the events that unfolded leave some officers wondering just how far people are willing to go to film content.
I don't understand all this, dude. Something so stupid over some like YouTube views.
The dispute begins around 10:49 a.m. on June 22, 2026, when a man named Joe contacts Woodhaven police officers from a local McDonald's in Michigan, claiming that his nephew and his friends are stalking him. His nephew is 30-year-old Kenneth
nephew.
Chambers, who runs the YouTube channel Skeeter Gene, which currently has around 2.5 million subscribers and is
to skeet a predator, like you can tell this guy's just completely unserious. Got himself in a picture with the fucking fucking what Lambo, some fucking sports car that he probably rented, because none of these people actually buy them. They rent them, take pictures with it like it's their car, and then give it back.
well known for doing sting operations. Joe tells the officers that Skeeter and his friends have been following him and filming him throughout the day.
Bro, this past week has been on the internet has been nonstop drama from all corners. It really does feel like there's so much going on to talk about right now. Like we're eating good.
For the past several months, Skeeter has amassed millions of views on his channel by posting videos about his uncle. But Skeeter and his friend and collaborator, 25-year-old Jidion.
Yeah, this is the McDonald's thing. I know very little about this. I am going to watch someone did a video on him that I was interested in seeing that may give more of his history and things like that. And we may watch like one of his Predator videos to really get the idea of what kind of guy this guy is. Like, what is his Predator content, right?
Adams, a popular YouTuber best known for high-energy prank videos, social experiments, and comedic vlogs before transitioning into true crime content focused on exposing criminals through sting operations.
How is it like? It seems like all of them went down this path, right? You've got all of these like big YouTubers. A lot of them are on Kick now, botting their views, as we found out from some of them, right? They either, there's two paths they go down. They start out doing the pranks, then they transition. There's skits in there somewhere, but then it's either they go to foreign countries to harass people and end up in jail, or they become predator hunters on Kick, right? Well, these guys are on YouTube as well, but it's like these guys are just, you can tell they're just seeking attention and they're looking for something that can get them a lot of views.
Have a reason for following Joe wherever he goes.
For the past decade or so, he's been financially exploiting.
Yeah, Mike, well, a lot of them ended up having to change because people were getting arrested, right? So at first they were doing actual pranks to strangers, but then when people started getting in trouble for it, they had to change pace and the pranks became fake. And that's where it really started to fall off because people didn't want to see fake pranks. They wanted to see, real people get assaulted and abused online.
And abusing.
He's a very genuine and very millionaire and good and genuine.
My grandmother,
I want to
who
hear
was
that
also
line.
his mother. And before that, he was doing the same thing to his grandmother, which is my great-grandmother.
Skeeter explains that despite repeated warnings from the family, his Uncle Joe refused to leave his grandmother's house and had been squatting there for months. So he decided,
I was going to go over there and kick his ass myself. But then I thought, wait a minute, I have a YouTube channel and it's monetized, so I can just expose him on the internet and make some money off of him.
But according to Skeeter,
That's an awful interesting thing to admit, right? That you were just exposing him to make money off of him. Probably not a good idea. Right?
when Joe still refused to vacate the home,
profit.
he came up with a plan alongside Jidion to solve the problem once and for all. He moved Jidion into his grandmother's house, eventually forcing
Why is
Joe
this
to
dude-
leave the property and end up at McDonald's. But according to Joe, the harassment did not stop there. He claimed Skeeter, Jidion, and their film crew continued following and filming him at the restaurant, ultimately provoking him to call the authorities. Joe goes on to describe
So you got what you wanted. The guy moved out. Why push it further and chase him down, right?
how Skeeter and Jidion have been setting up speakers inside the house for
Why
a large
assault him
party
when he
in an
can,
effort to upset
monetize
him.
pain and
Eventually,
suffering?
officers convinced Joe to stay somewhere else so Skeeter and his crew can no longer film him. But now, as officers accompany Joe back to the house to help him collect his belongings, they have no idea that the situation is only going to escalate from here.
Hello, officers. Oh, what's good, my man? Yeah.
Just wait down here.
Okay. So, chat, we got a giant speaker here. We got a giant speaker here.
He was legit going to be evicted later the same week Jidion decided to be a nuisance. No shit. See, I was wondering if this was one of those states that you can squat in and not get kicked out of, but there was like actually an eviction coming. Jesus.
Bro, the police are giving him a ride. I'm actually dead. Boo!
But one of the officers soon notices an orange sedan following them as they transport Joe to the Woodhaven Police Department, where a friend is supposed to pick him up. Shortly afterward, Skeeter and Jidion arrive at the station with a large group of people, demanding to speak with Joe. By then, Joe has already left for McDonald's again, and when the detective tells them that Joe is not at the station, Jidion mentions filing a missing persons report, arguing that officers had taken Joe away from the house.
Yeah, Joe went missing. You guys stole him. Where did they take him, JV? I might have JV like go make like missing people. You know Joe?
Yeah, I know.
We're trying to find him. He's hiding from us.
Yeah, he's not in here, I promise.
You promise?
Yes.
You pinky promise?
Yes,
You
I take pictures of him all the time.
pinky promise.
Yes, Joe's not in here.
I don't trust her. Is it cool if I check real quick just to make sure?
The real passion is my hobby.
I can?
Really? What's that?
I'm gonna just check
Just
real
gonna
quick,
walk
okay?
back into the back of the
It's around 3
fucking store.
p.m.
Hey, thank you, RNGCN, for the follow. I appreciate it. Or the sub, not the follow, the sub. Appreciate it. I'll go ahead and chill a little bit early today. If you haven't liked the stream, please like the stream, guys. Helps me out a bunch. If you enjoy the show, go ahead and give me a subscribe. We're already at 250. I am surprised how fast it's moving up for me. But thank you guys for all the subs and for hanging out in chat. Yeah, this is so embarrassing. Here's the thing. Like, part of the problem is the cops are having to tread the line on what they can and can't do on this. Because filming someone in public is free speech, right? So they're not necessarily breaking the law in the beginning when they go to McDonald's and follow him. Now, McDonald's could kick him out, but if McDonald's doesn't kick him out for filming, then it's kind of null and void. But here we are where it's continuing. So it's like a fine line between what is freedom of speech and what is actual harassment, right?
Now, over 4 hours since this situation first began, and as an officer arrives at the restaurant to speak with Joe again, he has no idea that Skeeter and Jidion are about to bring the storm right back to McDonald's.
Because like I said, those people come all the time, except this time there was 2 new groups. Okay, and they always come in, they start using the video, and they say, and then they don't want to leave, and then they did come back later.
Yeah.
The bald-headed guy, the one that starts the first round of video.
Yep.
So he came in, and I said, "You can leave." He goes, "No, we don't have cameras." I said, "That's fine." I said, "But you still need to go." And he goes, "Do you treat all customers like that?" I said, "Only the ones that have videos and phone systems." So he sat outside. So then Joe was in and out. So he said, "We are outside waiting for him." So I said, "You need to stand." I said, and then there won't be any confrontation. So they finally did leave.
Yeah, it's like the shouting fire at a crowded theater. The cops can only arrest if people get hurt or killed or in severe poverty damage. Yeah, because like a lot of people misunderstand that. It's not illegal to say fire in a movie theater or even yell fire in a movie theater. There's a lot of context of what that could mean, right? If you're doing it to intentionally cause a panic, though, yeah, that's where it can become a problem, especially if people get hurt.
They were in and out.
Oh yeah, Jidion, that's what I mean. Jidion is making it embarrassing.
Whatever he was.
Yeah, they're at his house and they're not doing anything illegal. It's just super annoying. They're trying to get him riled up so they get their YouTube views. We're just trying to find somewhere for Joe to go because they have access to the house. They're allowed to be there, and so is Joe. So we can't make somebody leave.
They have like those shelters.
None really close to here. But he said that his buddy is trying to find somewhere and trying to keep Joe out of the.
Look at all the wasted police resources as they're trying to keep this guy from getting chased down, right? That's the fucking thing. And it's obviously more than one cop. These two are fucking pathetic.
Spotlights. So,
Yep. He'll be out at their house.
Yeah. So thank you so much for the help. I greatly appreciate it.
While Joe has stepped out to run an errand, the officer later learned from the restaurant manager that Jidion and his film crew had returned to the McDonald's multiple times looking for him. The manager told officers that despite being asked to leave and informed them that they could not record on McDonald's private property, they continued live streaming. The group is then seen returning to the police station once again.
Okay, if the cops, it's so hard. Like in reality, most people will sign off on getting what is it called? Getting like what's the word? Trespassed, right? Where the cops will write up and say, hey, you can't come back to this building. The problem is like the truth of it is the cops have to catch you in the building, and also the managers have to ask you to leave first, and you have to choose not to leave, right? Then when the cops get there, they can do something about it. But if you leave and go outside before that, you've left the property, so they can't trespass you from the building. A lot of cops will try to, but there's really no legal precedent for it. So the cops have to catch you in the act of being on the property after you've been told to leave. So these guys are like flipping back and forth, causing issues. Like they can't kick him out of the police office. It's a public building. Yeah, he was right. You're right. He was right to call them click chasing clowns, because this is exactly what they are, clowns.
Demanding to see Joe.
Really? What's that?
I work with retards.
Ridge Wheeler, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it.
Believing they may head back to the McDonald's in search of him, the officer returns to the restaurant to keep watch.
All right, we're going to go back and deal with them. Hopefully we can see what we can do about getting them out of there, but we'll see.
And soon, a large group arrives back at McDonald's. But this time, the officers are ready.
What's the problem?
McDonald's doesn't want you guys on the property, so you guys got to leave.
Is he here?
Doesn't matter where he's at. McDonald's does not want you on the property. You guys have to leave. You're gonna.
Who's you guys? Can you be more specific?
You.
So they said
them,
these people?
Him, yes.
Nah.
You guys cannot be on the property.
Hey!
Or they're gonna arrest you.
Do you guys want some McDonald's? Y'all want to go inside real quick?
You're gonna be arrested for trespassing if you go in there.
Bro, why? You don't have any, like no offense, officer, but like, do you genuinely have nothing better to do? Like,
do you have nothing better to do, bud? You're out here causing a problem in this McDonald's. You're causing a problem to this business. You're taking up police resources because they're getting called out here. They at least have to call out here. And now they've caught you on property after McDonald's said you got to leave. They've told you got to leave. The cop hits him with the Uno reverse card. Like, what are you talking about? Hold on, we're going to...
Officer, you're actually like supposed to protect and serve.
All right, get off the property. You guys, yes. You guys cannot be on the property.
Hey!
Or they're gonna arrest you.
Do you guys want some McDonald's? Y'all want to go inside real quick?
You're gonna be arrested for trespassing if you go in there.
Bro, why? You don't have any, like no offense, officer, but like, do you genuinely have nothing better to do? Like,
do you have anything better to do?
Officer, you're actually like supposed to protect and serve.
All right, get off the property. You guys are gonna be arrested for trespassing.
Okay, we'll leave the property, but like, I'm just trying to figure out, do you have anything better?
Only complete morons or underdeveloped brains would like this guy's content.
To do. Because this is like a...
Yeah, they told you earlier that they don't want you guys on the property, so you guys got to leave.
Because you've been camping out there for like 20 minutes, wasting taxpayer dollars.
I'm there for about 5. You guys need to leave.
It's crazy how you don't arrest a squatter. That's crazy. Here, let's just stand on the sidewalk.
But the warning has little effect.
So here's the thing, like I wonder about it because they call him a squatter, but a lot of states have at least some form of law where they just can't kick you out immediately. If he was living there for a long period, there may be, like you said, the eviction notice is coming. I know in my state, they have to give you like 2 weeks or something like that to get off the property if you've been living there, right? 2 weeks to get your stuff and get out. So police come, they issue you an order, an eviction order. You have until this date to get your stuff out, and then the police show up and be like, "You're done. Get out of here." I've seen it happen before. Yeah, when cop.
Soon Jidion is seen standing on the sidewalk yelling, creating a disturbance, and stopping vehicles attempting to enter McDonald's to patronize the business. At the same time, officers notice 2 members of the film crew attempting to enter the restaurant with their cameras, prompting them to make their move.
Let's see if there's some McJoes in there.
We gotta arrest Joe.
Chat, man, is this what you want your tax dollars to go to? Cops camping out at a McDonald's to protect a squatter.
To protect the business, you dumb motherfucker.
He's in there? Really? Should we give them the camera? Yo, do me a favor. Be very careful. Just wear this as a backpack. You didn't trespass them, so shut the f up! Bro, you haven't been trespassed.
We're good. What am I?
Just walk inside.
Just to get on my video?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But make sure y'all stick together.
Is that backpack?
Yeah, children.
Yeah. They have not. Yeah, hold up. Wait. Actually, come back. Bro, they're really protecting Joe.
Dumbass, the business banned you. The squatter did not do anything. Yeah, they have nothing to do. Like, this McDonald's has nothing to do with any of this, right? They aren't even children. They're 18 plus. I understand that is probably true. So that means they don't follow under the underdeveloped brains. They follow under the retard category. Yeah, the business is trying to avoid a physical conflict. With that can be lawsuits. One, it's hurting their business because people are trying to go in and this guy is actually stopping people. You're underdeveloped if you're less than 24. So... Oh, man.
Officer, what are you doing? Officer, never trespass them. You can't trespass somebody.
1212 dispatch. We're going to have one detained at this point.
Officer, you cannot trespass somebody.
Captain, we're detained.
See you going too, Mitchell?
Here, give me my backpack, my man. Bro.
I guess.
Put your stuff down.
Officer, you can't trespass somebody.
You're in arrest.
Here, record this on your phone.
That's serious, bro.
Yeah, this is like organized harassment. He's directing people to harass Joe. Like, bro, take a hint. Yeah, and he's not even, it's not even like he's doing it at his own personal house anymore. We're doing it out in, it's not even public. We're on private property at this point, right? I have no I have no love of corporations or McDonald's, but this is insane.
Wait, can I hold your guys' property? Can I hold your guys' property?
Yeah.
Got anything on you?
Oh my God.
Officer, why are you?
Just your phone.
Officers, where they trespass? This isn't gonna stick.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
Officer, this is not gonna stick.
Wait, so what are we doing?
Breach of peace.
Breach of peace?
Breach of peace, stalking, trespassing.
Bro, this is the best make I've ever seen in my life.
See.
It's not even about the business for me. It's about being so obsessed with the squatter brother. McDonald's will kick him out at the end of the shift. Why harass him, right? And it sounds like everyone knows who this guy is. Like, he walks around everywhere. So he's probably a known like vagrant, a known not quite homeless, but around there. He thinks he is so much smarter than he is. then he isn't. Yeah, he thinks he's playing like a big game. He's trying to do like the free speech guys move where they get out there and you can't do that. That's not the law. This is law section 32. Yeah, the minimum wage employees have to deal with this. That's true.
They never even went on the property. How are you going to trespass someone that never went on the property? This is a violation of rights. This is a violation. You cannot arrest somebody that never went inside and was never trespassed. Ma'am, they are arrested children that never went inside of a McDonald's.
Children.
Call the DA and see how fast that gets dropped.
If these guys weren't 18, like they more than likely are if they weren't 18, it would be another example of Jidion using children to do his work for him.
Dumbasses. Okay. Call the DA and see how fast that shit gets dropped.
These three?
Watch. Call the DA and see how fast that gets dropped.
Stalking. Oh, you see, they weren't even putting on trespassing. If he listened, they said stalking.
Yeah, everybody's looking.
Well, they say, yeah, we gotta get charged with this.
This is absolutely...
Where are you arrested for? Disorderly person. You're out here yelling.
Disorderly. You're under arrest for being disorderly.
Freedom of...
Okay, this is all right. Normally, I will say this. Disorderly is usually a cope arrest for cops to find, like, because it's generally not disorderly conduct when they're arresting someone for disorderly conduct. But this is probably what I would think. And I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a cop. An actual good case for disorderly conduct, right? There's multiple people stacking up around the buildings. He's building a crowd. He's constantly following this guy around. He's yelling. He's going into the business, disrupting it. Yeah, I could see that.
You can yell on the sidewalk.
Sitting here causing a scene.
On the sidewalk?
Yep.
So you can't yell?
You can yell, but there is still particulars about yelling. It's not just yelling, right?
Officer.
Anything I need to know about?
Officer, how fast do you think this is going to get dropped? Do you really think the charge is going to stick? Do you guys really think this is going to stick?
Sure, we have a
do you want to waste your DA's time? I am a multi-millionaire. I promise you, I can take this as far as you want. Officer, you will be in a deposition
it's a bonus charge
and you will be arrested. This is...
Here, back here.
No! Call Jake and have him get my lawyer. Call Jake and get my lawyer. Is this really the route you want to go, officer?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, I think this all still gets dropped, right? I want to say that I've seen something where it said it happened, but maybe he just made bail. I don't know. We'll see.
Do you want to waste taxpayer dollars?
Yep.
Officer, can I ask you a question?
He said the line, Bart.
Do you really want to abuse me, officer?
Get your foot in.
I can't even fit in here,
Get your foot in.
Officer, I can't even fit in here.
Get your foot in.
How are you going to arrest somebody that never even went on the property?
You're under arrest for being disorderly, not for being on the property. Put your foot
Officer, I can't fit.
No, then
Officer,
you're going to sneak over.
Officer, I won't run. I'm not going to do anything.
That's
Can you
good.
just take off the
Go that way.
Can you put them in the front at least?
No.
Officer, I
Yeah, they don't
can't
put handcuffs
scoop.
in the front.
You're trying to push me, but I can't scoop.
I've had bigger people in the
Officer,
car.
you're
Too many cop cars have been stolen. Too many people have gotten free when they put the handcuffs in front. Sometimes, especially though, I mean, it's not going to be a problem for this guy, but sometimes those wiry people will even get it to the front.
actually hurting me, officer, please.
Turn sideways and scoot.
You're hurting me. You're hurting me, officer.
I'm too big.
Put your foot that way. Let's
Officer,
go.
I can't. I'm not trying to be. Here, I'm not resistant, officer. I promise
Let's
you.
go.
It is literally my body autonomy. I cannot move. Can you
My
just put my
body
handcuffs in the front?
autonomy.
No, it'll make it so much easier.
Turn your body.
You have to turn and scoot that way.
Have you guys consulted with the DA?
We don't have a DA.
You don't have a district attorney?
No.
You have a state attorney? You
There's
can
no
go.
district attorneys down here.
What about state attorney?
Go. Put your feet in. Let's go.
Officer, I'm telling you, I can't move.
Trying to sound
Scoot
fucking
that way.
smart.
There you go.
Officer, I can't move. Bro, you pushing me is not going to do anything. Bro, officer, you're actually hurting me.
Come on.
Officer, I'm not. I can't
Scoot.
move.
Yes, you can. Scoot
Okay,
in
can I step out and then slide in?
Yeah, step out and slide in.
Bro.
Oh, now you can get in.
Set your butt in first.
I sat inside.
Yo,
call Jake and get my lawyer.
Hey, get in.
Officer, why you guys...
Slide your butt back. There you go. Anybody making the scene can slow down. We're secure.
But even after being placed under arrest, Jidion...
Like, look at all the police that were called into this because of this fucking dude. They're not called in for this squatter. They're not called in for fucking Joe. They're called in for these guys.
Remains confident that the officers have only created bigger problems for themselves, as some of them try to make sense of the situation.
Breach of peace covers it all, so...
Yeah, a lot of them do have channels to accommodate the cops.
Where are your car keys at?
Right in my pocket, sir.
Pocket.
Just before here.
Where's your car at?
It's the black one right there.
That black Fusion?
Yes, sir.
We'll take Lions for a black Fusion.
You towing it?
Yep.
So are they all trespassing this property or what? I told them to leave or going to jail for breach of peace if they don't want to leave. So looks like they're leaving. I don't know who's all trespassing here. I didn't catch all that from earlier. So. Hey, have you ever read our breach of peace ordinance? Yeah, it covers everything. I'm good with the breach of peace. And stalking. I mean, we got a whole bunch. I mean, dude, they are stalking this dude. Like, there's got to be some kind of resolution to it. So we got 4. We got 4 right now. This is absurd, dude. Is he arresting him too?
Oh, get out and get off the property now.
Yes, sir. I was not a part of this.
Then you better walk away quickly.
Yes, sir. I was just in the car. I'll leave. I'll have to pay. Dad, do you mind? Actually, never mind. I'll just walk home.
Now you're impeding traffic. Poundstown unit, can you light this black SUV up right here for us? Good, he's pulling up and stopping him for us.
Light that fucker up!
Mind yourself. We were just trying to pick our friend up.
Okay, we can't stop in the middle of the road.
Okay. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to.
There's the other one.
I have my insurance on my phone.
Is it the same,
it's the same
policy?
Same policy. That's not correct.
Okay.
Hey, should I back up?
I'll be honest, it's kind of a gaggle mess going on in here right now, so...
I know what's going on.
Okay, well, he'll eventually move.
Do all 3 stalking and breach of peace.
We're dealing with this all day long. The guy's harassing somebody over there. It's been like an ongoing, years issue. They're harassing this dude, stalking this dude. Then it kind of all compiled today. Now it's just turned into this. So, and then he decided to stop in the middle of the road where you saw him to pick somebody up, but...
You need anybody anywhere, or are we good?
We should be good right now. I think everybody pretty much got off the property and left. This guy's over here filming, but yeah, there's probably about 30 other people. So long story short is this guy lives on here getting evicted. His nephew, if this car's got a tennis...
There it is. He's already... They're at least saying he's getting evicted. They may not have all the truth of it, but this is fucking... If it was already happening, what reason is there to do all of this?
Plate, that's one of the cars. Yeah. His nephew is throwing you see him with the party hats and stuff, on a eviction party for the uncle. They all have access to the house. They went in there with big speakers and they just with them for YouTube videos. So they've been chasing him up to the McDonald's for his YouTube videos. And McDonald's kicked him out earlier. They keep coming back while he's here. They keep kicking him out. And now they're sending more people up in here, so... Yeah, that's the one that was following me out. When I was taking him to the station the first time...
These cops seem to be small-town suburban cops, so this is the most action they've probably seen in a long time. Imagine them telling their kids and grandkids about this in the future. Well, even a lot of small towns have some pretty bad crime nowadays, right? Because it looks like areas like a little built up and stuff like that. And Joe is obviously like kind of a fucked up dude. He's probably going to end up being homeless or something like that by the end of it, if he isn't already now.
And they're the ones that were following me. And I think 2 more just walked in here. If you guys aren't getting food, get out.
No, we are. You said what? We're just coming for food. Yeah. I was just asking what was going on.
Are you guys involved in all this stuff too?
We were earlier. We were staying at the house, and then we just pulled up in here to get a drink. We were out.
Yeah, to get a drink.
Yeah, we just pulled up. Yeah, we just came back.
Okay, well, if you guys are involved, I suggest you leave.
Okay.
And probably not.
We're trying to leave.
Well, you're gonna have to be stuck here for a little bit now, unless you can squeeze by that. But I suggest you don't get involved anymore.
How many? Why so many people? Just randoms?
YouTube followers. I don't understand all this, dude. Like, over nothing. Like, something so stupid over some, YouTube views.
If we don't get the ringleader of this, I'll probably just mail him a stalking ticket.
That's fine. I think it's him in the Audi. That's the Skeeter guy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we start.
I'm just waiting for Lions to get this car out of here.
I can roll with one of you guys. Help.
Yeah, I don't...
whatever. He's one of those guys that he goes on, tries to catch like predators on YouTube. So he's got this following young kids that think it's super cool. And he with his uncle. He's got all these videos of him with his uncle. And it's his uncle that's in there. Get off the property or you're going to jail too. Start walking.
Understood.
Start walking.
With the personal property?
They had it, it's their property. Start walking. Go. Yep, go. Start walking. Shouldn't have gave it to them. They're all still out there.
Yeah, I'm going to hang out with him for a little bit. I don't know if I should. What about Skeeter? Where did he go?
I have no idea where he went. The ones that came up on the
how many people they need for? Are you talking about the cops or are you talking about like the Jidion group? Because in this situation with multiple people, yeah, they're going to call in fucking people from all over the place. Not leave. Like in most situations, I got pulled over one time. I worked in a bad neighborhood. And their policy in that neighborhood was to pull up 3 cars deep. So they pulled me over for like a traffic violation. And because I was a white guy driving around that area, the Jidion group, and they went like 3 cars deep on me. Yeah, the Jidion group. Well, that's just it. It was probably just started out as Jidion and this Skeeter retard. And because he's probably live streaming on this one or something like that. I don't know exactly, but people started to find him and follow him, right? Even if they watch the videos, they can see the area this dude's in, and then they go ahead and just show up to the area, and it starts gathering groups of people, right?
The property.
Did you ticket him?
I think you got a ticket. I don't know. The ones that came up on the property and were causing disturbance on the property are the ones that went to jail. I don't even know honestly who we have. We got quite a few. So.
All right, thank you.
Yep. If they come back into the.
What about this black guy over here? He was at the house.
Well,
and the guy with the glasses.
Yeah, I got you. So
he was at the house.
The problem was that they were here, and the ones that were causing an issue here is who went with us right now. Because they could have been at the house. They're allowed at the house because someone that has authority at the house is at the house. So the ones that were causing an issue here that weren't supposed to be on the property. But if Skeeter comes back and he starts bugging you, call us and we'll take him too.
Oh, really?
Yep. Because they were told not to come on the property here, and they were on the property and they were causing a disturbance.
They're allowed to come on my property. Right.
Yeah, just unplug it, ignore them. That's what they want, is you just answer and get annoyed. They just want to make you mad, so if you just unplug it and they don't have the chance. All right, so
how about that?
I'm not sure, quite a few. I have 3 sets of hands.
So this is kind of what happens when, a large YouTuber starts focusing on a business. I wonder if there's another place that may have had this happen to them because a large YouTuber did it. Maybe not to the same extent, right? Maybe a pie place, a little pizza.
Handcuffs, and I use all my handcuffs, so I don't know. Yeah, they're on public property, so we can't do anything about them hanging out there, so I would go hide back in there.
With all of the arrested parties on their way to the station, the restaurant manager and Joe both provide written statements about the incident. But back inside the squad car, Jidion remains convinced that he has done nothing wrong.
Am I officially under arrest?
Yes, sir. I guess.
Okay.
You're for breach of peace is what it sounds like, all right? Breach of peace.
Even though I was on a public easement.
You can still breach the peace on a public easement, bud.
What is the officer's name that arrested me?
You'll get all that when we get back to the station.
Okay. I just want you guys to know that once this case gets dropped, I am going to get a constitutional rights lawyer, and I'm going to go after you guys' qualified immunity, and you guys will be in a deposition. You will have to answer for that. Because the DA is not going to take this case. It's going to get dropped. When it gets dismissed, I am going for your qualified immunity. And I'm guessing this is a misdemeanor?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what crime is yelling on the sidewalk? What does that mean?
He just told you breaching
we'll discuss
the
when we
peace.
get in, all right? I'm not going to try to have a conversation between this.
Okay. Okay.
Between this barrier.
Constitutional rights violated. I didn't know Woodhaven liked violating constitutional rights. Call my... Yeah. Give me a lawyer ASAP. Tell him to give me a lawyer ASAP. No, he's not going to let down the window. It's fine. Just stay right there. I don't want them to get you. They arrested me on breach of peace.
Can you...
Tell him to call Jake. Okay.
Okay, can you move so I can see? No, I just want to be able to see so I don't get into a crash.
Wait, record? Record!
Hey, you got a second? My detective's asking if you fill out a written statement of today of what they've done to you.
Okay.
Are you able to do that for me?
Yeah.
I'd appreciate it.
Incident, right?
They've been following you around all day.
Yeah, and they drive around. They're driving around a U-Haul truck. I don't know. I think they're back at the house because I've seen them go that way.
Okay.
They set up the music equipment and speakers upstairs.
Yeah, I was there for that earlier today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. What happened to Skeeter? Did you guys give him a ticket? You guys were talking over here in an SUV.
No, I just gave him a ticket.
You gave him a ticket?
Yeah.
For what?
Impeding traffic for stopping in the middle of the road. That's the only thing I could have charged him with was impeding traffic. But we arrested 4 altogether, so.
4 of them?
Yeah.
Now they were setting up speakers. What if they start blasting loud music? You guys might be back there?
Probably.
So do you guys think these charges are going to stick? Do you genuinely think these charges are going to stick?
Sir, we'll have a conversation back here, okay?
Listen, man. Here, you seem like a nice guy. Was that guy who was doing all that, was he your boss?
Yeah, I'm the junior person, sir.
Yeah. Just let him know, hey, man. I want his qualified immunity.
You're not gonna this fucking dude. You're not gonna get his qualified immunity on this fucking shit, right? At best, I think you'll get the charges dropped, but I don't think you're going to get any kind of court case out of this, right? A judge watching all of this happen and saying, oh, yeah, this was constitutionally protected. There are limits. That's why there are things like breach of peace and disorderly conduct. Now, I'll agree. A lot of times they're abused by cops, right? But this is a completely different situation. I would believe that these could hold. They may not, but they could hold.
The junior person here.
I want his qualified immunity.
Yeah, this is worse than old Mr. Birdbrain.
Officer, how can someone be trespassed that never even went inside? What sense does that make? So you unlawfully arrested those other people, and then with me, I'm on the sidewalk voicing my displeasure with this police department, and you guys, through retaliation, arrest me as well. Is there a body camera in here?
Yes, sir, it's on. It's recording right now.
Awesome. All this to protect. Hey, you know when I get out, we're just going right back to the house. You know that, right? So you guys aren't accomplishing anything. You're wasting taxpayer dollars. I'd appreciate if you get my glasses. I can't see without my glasses.
Yeah, where are they?
They fell in the bag.
Yeah, I'll grab them.
It was not on my bingo card to file a civil rights lawsuit.
Oh, I get it.
Here we are.
I get it.
Yo. What's good, my man? Don't worry, I'll pay for your bond. It's not gonna stick.
You guys can just come up to this counter.
It might not stick for the kid, right? I could believe that, because I don't know that they could say that those kids were trespassing or even stalking at this point. So maybe. However, who is coaching them to go in there and actually was stalking this guy? Not just inside. We're going to like the police station searching for him. We're going to businesses searching for him. He's asking you to go behind counters and private businesses and stuff like that. Yeah, this seems like a little bit more. I could be wrong. Like I said, not a lawyer.
Nope, right there's good for me. Stay right there for 1 second.
Ultimately, Jidion Adams was charged with misdemeanor, stalking, and breach of peace. The other 3 crew members were each charged with 1 count of breach of peace as well. A judge set Jidion's bond at $10,000, which he posted to secure his release. The other 3 crew members also posted personal bonds. While Jidion was in jail, his and Skeeter's fans made hundreds of calls to the Woodhaven Police Department and Downriver Dispatch. Some callers reported fictitious crimes, including a false homicide, while others flooded the Woodhaven Police Department's Facebook page with messages. And upon his release, Jidion launched a campaign called Free Jidion, claiming it would prove his innocence and what he believed was the bias officers had shown in favor of Joe.
Dude, this is like, it's basically no matter what Jidion did, he was going to get what he wanted, right? Because now he can say free Jidion. All these retards are going to like seal clap and join in. So he's just getting the clicks and views that he wants.
Skeeter, on the other hand, still wants Joe out of his grandmother's house. Jidion's pretrial hearing is scheduled for July 13th, 2026, where his defense attorney will begin addressing the stalking and breach of peace charges. If convicted, he could face up to 93 days in jail for breaching the peace and up to 1 year in jail or a $1,000 fine for stalking.
It'll probably be the fine.
Whether you're on patrol, on the couch, or in an interrogation room wondering where it all went wrong, look your best with gear from CodeBlueCam.com.
All right. So that's what's going on. I also saw this video, I guess him coming out and talking about it. July 6th. This was a month ago. Or no, this is before, right? July. Yeah. I don't even know what date it is. I'm so fucked. Yeah, this is him talking about reflecting on personal growth, the negative influence of streaming, recent legal challenges. Oh, he got Judge Kinley. He'll be on a court cam next. Yes. Most genuine video. Let's go.
So this is genuinely going to be my last video ever like this. I'm never going to make a video like this again, but you know, obviously you guys know what's all going on. You guys saw me getting arrested. You guys saw Code Blue's video and everything. And I did a reaction to it, kind of like, oh no, this wasn't right. This is how it happened, da 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 da. But genuinely, during the last few weeks, I've done a lot of just like inward reflection, and I've been talking to my fiance a lot, and I just kind of came to realize, you know, what I was doing wrong, and I also came to realize that truly your boy was spiraling. You know, I was genuinely
genuinely we have regrets.
And I have to say, like, genuinely, I feel like a hypocrite, you know, because just a couple videos ago, I was saying how what Alex was doing was a distraction from the bigger mission. And then I come along doing what I was doing. And if anything, it was an even bigger distraction from the mission. You know what I mean? Now I had to pay 6+ figures for my lawyer fees and then my fans' lawyer fees and everything. And that money could have been used for the betterment of society, but now it's being used.
Oh, I'm wasting money because that could have been used for the betterment of society. What are you talking about? Like, what are you spending that money on, right? Let me see your list of charities that you're giving all of your money away for, right?
In the legal system, you know what I mean? And it's just,
I think he realized it. Didn't realize it was going to cost as much as it did.
It's completely unnecessary, and
at least he paid for the kids. Yeah.
And while I still don't think I committed a crime, I still do think that, you know, genuinely, I was just being not only just
were you being genuine,
but annoying. And I've come to realize that, you know, genuinely, streaming makes me the worst me. You know, thinking back on it, every quote unquote controversy, not even quote unquote, every controversy.
Really? What's that?
I work with retards.
Mark, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it, guys. I'm gonna do another shill real quick. If you haven't liked the video, guys, please like the video. I appreciate it very much. And if you're enjoying the stream, be like Mark and hit that subscribe button. This video response was probably advised by his lawyers. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, for mitigation purposes, right? Don't admit to the crime, but definitely say that you felt guilty about it. Make it seem like you're saying it of your own volition before the case comes up.
Everything that I've ever got into, anytime I trended on Twitter for something negative, it's always been for some shaming clip, you know, like the first one that comes to mind is the Pokemon situation. Then the second one that comes to mind is, you know, the Logan Paul thing. And then besides all that, like, bro, I've been in countless beefs, and a majority, I would say probably like 85% of those beefs have come from streaming, you know? And I think what it is genuinely is, you know, I don't think it's a good thing to just look at a chat for hours on end and you're just like in real time getting opinions of people. And then, I know probably some of my other streamers can attest to this. You see.
Well, see, that's your chat, buddy. That's your chat. My chat is very genuine, right? Right. My chat we can listen to because they're just genuine people.
Somebody in the chat say boring or L stream or something like that, and then it flips a switch in you where you want to be more entertaining and you want to, pump up the levels and everything, and you want to entertain. And I think the reason why I gravitated so much to streaming is because I think I'm just like a instant gratification person, and there's no better instant gratification than you streaming, because when you make a video, you don't get that instant gratification. You can know you made a fire video, kind of like my going to the most racist town in America video. Like, I know that was a fire video, but it took like a month plus to get it edited and perfect.
I mean, if you're aware, right? If you're truly aware that this is the kind of person you are, this should mean your content should change going forward, right? You're not going to be listening to chat, right? Let's see if he genuinely has changed his content. Is he not streaming anymore? Is that what he's saying? I'm not going to stream anymore.
Edited and perfect.
Whoa. No, not you. Coming in here. Let's see. Jidion Premium. Videos. Well, no, he made another Predator video a day ago. He's showed a restaurant manager the meat pick he sent to a minor. Still seems like his content really hasn't changed there. He doesn't have any live streams on here. I don't know if he has another channel or if he live streams specifically on like Kick or anything like that, but I don't know. It seems like it's all the same.
And then when I posted it, it didn't pop off at first. It was actually a 10
I'm
out of
obviously
10.
a terrible
And then
person
over
in this
time,
chat.
it grew
I like
and
to
grew,
poke fun
and it
at
did
an
what I thought it was gonna
autistic
do.
otter.
But it wasn't instant gratification. Whereas when you stream, you can have streams where right out the gate you have, thousands, tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of people watching you then and there, and then people are clipping you like right away and stuff like that, and you get that instant gratification. But I'm realizing that's not good for me. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's bad for everybody, because you got people like Queso and Jinxie and a bunch of other streamers who can stream and not, causing controversies and just keep it entertaining. But, genuinely, I'm not that guy, pal. I'm gonna be real. And so, like, I'm not on here, apologizing or anything, because I don't owe you guys an apology. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't affect any of y'all.
Yeah.
But I do want to say that I see where I was wrong 1,000%. And to the people I do owe an apology to, I've given them to them, to the boys who got arrested. They're all 18 plus, by the way. I know a lot of people were saying that they were minors. They're all 18 plus, but still,
Yeah, it would just be funny if it was a second time you used minors to do your buddy work, but I'm glad they're all 18.
I put them in that situation, and they didn't have to be. And at the end of the day, I shouldn't have ever been there, with my values as a Christian. I haven't been moving like that.
Oh,
man.
no. The Christian fucking values. Here we go.
Falling back to my old self. And I've seen some of you guys in the comment section like calling it out, like, Jidion, you're going back to your old self. You know what I mean? Like dibbling, dabbling in pranks and stuff like that. And, even though, Joe wasn't doing a good thing by squatting at his mom's house and stuff like that, at the end of the day, who am I to just, troll and stuff? I have so many other better things I should be doing. Like, that time and money I spent getting that stream set up could have been for a bunch of catches. You know what I mean? Getting bad people off the streets. And so what I'm here to just pretty much say is the shenanigans are stopping. The shenanigans are over. And genuinely, like, this was a very humbling experience that I really needed. And I genuinely think if this didn't happen, it just would have continued. You know what I mean? And who knows? It could have been something worse. It could have been something horrible that I could never come back from. You know what I mean? So I'm just blessed that, God let it be something like this, you know, that I put myself in a situation like this to where I can actually rebound and do better. And you know
this
what?
guy like is he
Genuinely,
all
to the
about
Woodhaven
Jesus,
Police
or is this
Department,
something sudden?
I see where you guys are coming from, you know? Like, bro, you're a small town and you got this YouTuber having fans coming all over the place and stuff like that. You know, you guys have never probably had anything like that happen in your town before. And, you know, quiet towns like to stay quiet. And, you know, to Officer Mitchell, you know, I called you out of your name multiple times. You feel me? Like, if I was a cop, I would arrest somebody too if I was getting called out of my name like that. So, genuinely, I feel like there's a lot of blame to go around. And I feel like a lot of the blame has to be pointed right back at me. It has to be directed at me. And it rightfully so, man. You know, bro, I'm getting spammed up with I'm a multimillionaire. And, you know, genuinely, like, bro, keep it coming. Keep it coming.
The Christian thing is just a way to like.
It doesn't bother me like that
turn
because
away from what you said, right? Or
the whole
turn away from your old content. Like, I've become a Christian now, and it's just fake Christianism, right? It's performative Christianism.
Situation humbled me.
I don't think that's the right word, but I'm using it.
Just the reason why I titled the video what I titled it is because I'm never gonna stream again. You know, genuinely, you know, I love streaming, but it's just too much bad comes with it. And I don't know how to control myself. And so the best way to control myself is to distance myself. And so I just can't stream anymore. And I won't stream anymore because I actually want to be here for the betterment of society. And what I was doing during that stream wasn't for the betterment of society. Now, police resources are being wasted and judicial resources are being wasted. And bro, I've dropped 6+ figures on fighting this legally. You know what I mean? And it's just all just unnecessary.
There it is. There's what we there's the truth behind it. I've dropped 6 figures on this. Garbage.
And it was garbage content too. And the crazy thing is, you know, from 2024 to now, I was making good content, getting actual bad people off the streets. And it's just crazy that I told myself that wasn't enough, you know? And I think it's just, you know, kind of just seeing all my friends, you know, like seeing Canel do his thing with streaming, seeing Kai, seeing people I know like Speed and all of them doing their thing with streaming. And it's like, oh man, you know, I'm like, I want to go back. And it's like, I'm tempting myself. And then I always just like go back into the streaming stuff when really I should have left that alone, because you guys remember the video where I said that I was done bothering society. And bro, look at what I was doing. Just bothering society, being a nuisance. You know what I mean? And I was blessed to find something that wasn't nuisance, you know, actually cleaning up the streets, getting predators off the street.
Batman works with the cops.
And
He's not
just
Batman.
sticking with that and doing that, I got distracted and I got greedy and I wanted to go back into doing, you know, slop content. And, you know, genuinely, I don't think if I went through the situation, I think I would have kept on making the slop content. And genuinely, I think if I would have kept on making this slop content,
still fucking slop.
who knows? I could have affected somebody seriously, like where it would be irreparable and couldn't be fixed. So I quit streaming. I quit nuisance stuff. I quit all that. And I genuinely just want to do good for society. I want to make society better. And that's what I'm going to do. So I just came on here to say that. And one other thing I've also realized is, bro, I'm going to be real, y'all. You know, I don't know, man. It's like I got a temper on me. I really do. And people that watch my streams, you guys see it all the time where it's like I get triggered. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, the officers were just doing their jobs and I was just getting triggered. And I was acting like a Karen. You know, I had a Karen moment. I feel like we're all due for a Karen moment, but, you know, mine was on camera. And luckily, you know, I feel like we all go through moments like this in life. Not like mine, but we all go through moments like this in life where we're not our best self. But, you know, not everybody has their best self put on camera to millions of people. And genuinely, I wish everybody could have that experience. Christ. Because
if we did a drinking game for this, everyone in chat would be dead.
And it makes you do reflection. And
It's
so,
like
you
the
know
Punisher,
what?
but not cool and not
Weirdly
edgy.
enough, bro, I want to go back to Woodhaven and I want to catch a pred there. I want to actually have a good relationship in that city. If you guys are still calling them or causing them any ruckus or anything, please stop. Do not do that on my behalf. Do not do that at all, man. You know, they're actually out there protecting and serving. And it's a quiet neighborhood, you know what I mean? And I made it not quiet. I'll be honest. And this isn't any PR damage or anything because, you know, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Genuinely, like,
this is not. Yeah, I immediately, you know, believe anyone who says this is not PR damage, right?
The situation didn't affect anything.
Not
you know,
me. I don't have
if
any
was
alcoholic
clout
beverages.
leaning
That's
off
good.
of it, I would have just been like, oh yeah, like, kind of like what I was doing before, you know, making jokes about it and stuff like that. But now I'm realizing that I don't want to do this. You know, I want to mature. I was maturing, then I let myself regress. And now I want to keep on maturing. And I want to move on from this. And just because I want to move on from it doesn't mean you guys have to move on for it. I really don't care what you guys do. Because like I was saying earlier, I realized I have a fragile ego, bro. I have a fragile ego where like,
what a surprise online, man.
And things people say affect me. And so I saw something that Scarlett Johansson said. And it's crazy. Like, she also said that she has a fragile ego. So the way she combats it is she just doesn't read comments about herself. And I realized, like, the last couple of days, I feel like the reason why I got to this point is because I haven't been reading comments. It's because I haven't been looking at videos about me talking about the situation. And it's letting me come to a more clearer view because I feel like if I was watching that content, you know, you guys see me react to other people talking about me, you know, I get all riled up and stuff like that. And it's like, bro, why am I triggering myself? You know, no one told me to react to these videos and stuff like that or anything, you know? And so, like, when I post this video, I'm not going to read comments or anything. This isn't for any damage control stuff. So you guys can say whatever you want in the comments. I'm not going to read it because I'm going to be real. I can't handle it. But you know what I can handle? I can handle these preds. And I can handle making a difference in society, and that's what I'm gonna keep on doing.
Now we're going over history right now.
I guess you know what I do want to say one thing. I do want to apologize for one thing, and that is I apologize for the distractions. I apologize for the slop content, and I apologize for pretty much forgetting about the mission. You know what I mean? This mission is so much more important than that slop content that I was posting, and so yeah. That's pretty much all I got to say. We're going to be back on the mission. We're going to be posting the pred catches, and we're going to be going forward and doing our thing with a higher velocity and with a higher ferocity.
No, this is after the arrest. This is him talking about how genuine he is about the wrongs he did, though nothing was illegal, and just how genuinely he feels like he was real genuine and a little too over genuine on his takes, and his genuine ego caused him some genuine heartache and caused other people genuine heartache.
I think that's the word I was looking for.
Genuine millionaire.
I appreciate you guys, man. If you guys have no idea what's going on with this, go check out Code Blue's video. You guys can see me getting arrested and stuff. That pretty much breaks down the whole thing. But we're on to better things. Well, let me rephrase that. I'm on to better things. I'm on to just doing pretty much the status quo, the usual, catching preds and posting it and then dipping off. And you guys are going to see, like, I'm going to make me...
I was listening to your EDP stream while driving. You, my friend, just gained a sub. Thank you, bud. Thank you. I appreciate it. That was a fun stream. That was a good documentary. Like, I'm already excited for what Mike Klum makes next. Like, who is the next person that he's going to make a video on?
If you guys see me raging in a prey catch or whatever, it's probably
thanks for filming it in as many genuines as possible. I just subbed from that earlier in the day as well. Nice, nice. Welcome to the pig pen. That's right. We'll do a little shill on top of that. If you haven't liked the video, guys, please like the video and like these wonderful gentlemen or ladies or, you know, whatever else you could possibly be. Subscribe if you're enjoying it. I mean, this just doesn't seem genuine at all, right? No matter how many times he said genuine in it.
An old one,
Next
but
is
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
be
Chris Chan. We
watching
can
myself even while I'm dealing with police. Like if a police officer isn't taking our evidence seriously, it's like, bro, being calm, cool, and collected is way better than having a screaming match and stuff like that. And you know, the Bible says, "Be harmless as a dove and wise as a serpent." And I haven't been moving like that. But I've been yapping now. I really don't got anything else to say. That's all I got to say, man. So I appreciate you guys. And no more slop content, no more streams. So if you guys have been enjoying the streams, no more, man. It's just going to be straight pred content and nothing else, man. You guys don't need to know about my life. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day,
yeah, part of this, I think, is because of obviously the legal case, but I also think he just caught a lot of shit from people in his audience over this, because I'm sure a lot of the people like to feel moral when they're going after predators, right? We're gonna watch like his latest predator video, about 26 minutes, and I want to see what kind of predator hunter he is, right? I got to go finish it, bro, but can't wait. What do you do next on here, bro? Keep up the good work. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. If you want, you got any content that you want me to look into or anything like that? I do all sorts of subjects. You can go into the Discord linked below, and there's a Feed the Pig section. You can put any content in there, and I'll take a look at it.
hey, I don't know anything about your guys' lives. You feel me? And, you know, I'm not in charge of your guys' entertainment. The only thing I'm in charge with is trying to get as many preds as I can as possible. That's it. You know, I'm not here to make you laugh. I'm not here to, like, you know, I'm not here to do any of that. And I realize that now. You know, I'm not the same Jidion. And I was trying to go back to be the old Jidion, trying to go back to being
they are generally Jidion. Pretty good, but he's kind of irrationally upset
Jidion
at cops.
Is growing up and realizing that.
Again, that like goes back to because he's just kind of yapping about, you know, the new Jidion. I'm a new man. I'm new and genuine. We're genuinely genuine instead of just being genuine now. And that's the problem I have with a lot of these pred hunters in general, is they're like, the cops' hands are tied and the guy's going to get away with it. And it's going to be like the cops aren't going to catch him later unless something happens, right? Cops don't generally catch criminals in the act and stop them. They're there to zip up body bags. So all he's done is have the cops show up to it. Generally the arrests don't happen, and then you end up with the guy getting away anyway. So they're training predators to be better at not getting caught. That's how I feel about it. Now, generally, like, oh God, I'm saying it now because I've said it so much. Like, most of the time, I think these predators are so like mentally ill. There's a huge mentally ill factor that comes with being a pedophile in general, but still, you're not helping the situation. Yeah, they barely do anything if you get mugged. Yeah, that's true. Like I said, cops zip up body bags, stay strapped or get clapped. So let's take a look at just his newest video. Yeah, 100% is mental illness of some variety, right? It's still lie. You talking about in the comments section? It's all right, bud. It's all right. It's a YouTube comment section.
What do you like more? Do you like of age more, or do you like underage more? Like, what was the lowest you would go?
This horse, she's petting it and everything. She's going, you know, he actually ejaculates.
What about your boss's daughter, the adopted Korean daughter?
Oh, yeah.
Happened about 20 years ago, so you've
Yeah.
been like in your 50s, right? And she was.
Yeah.
What did you do with her?
Told her breast and stuff like that.
So, Dirk, you told me that you her and sucked her.
Right. I was 30.
You were 30. And how old was she? And she
already had a kid.
If you can, just like say I'm a nonce.
A nonce.
But like you gotta look at him when you say it.
I'm a nonce.
He just doesn't even try to lie.
What's good with y'all boys and girls, man? And welcome to a brand new episode of EDP Watch. And today we have the oldest EDP we've ever caught on EDP Watch. We have Mr. Dirk.
But he failed the EDP fucking sting. What a thing to call your channel.
He is 70 years old.
He's still proud of the EDP fiasco. Maybe not now. Maybe not after he watched the documentary. No, yes, this is the first time I have watched anything with Jidion. Anything. Like, I didn't even know anything about this guy up until the EDP documentary. So this is all fresh for me.
I know what you're thinking. He's 70. Oh, he's a grandpa. He has to be nice. No, that's not the case. He is a dirty grandpa. He's actually a filthy grandpa. He is talking to what he believes to be a year-old girl. And not only is he talking inappropriately with her, but he is sending her a bunch. And when I say a bunch, I mean a bunch of cheese pizza. But the thing that's scary about this cheese pizza is he's not just going online getting this cheese pizza. He has a direct dealer that makes the cheese pizza and sends it to him over in New York City. So we got to figure out who that supplier is. So we're going to be questioning him about that.
Yeah, he's gone by EDP Watch for years. It's his website too. It's quite ironic, but of course pulls in the most views and clicks. Fair? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of what it comes down to, right? Is he didn't pick the name because of anything other than EDP is incredibly well known.
But first thing first, man, we got to get Mr. Dirk arrested. I mean, this dude's absolutely disgusting. And he was actually a little bit nervous to meet our decoy. We're over here in Waterloo, Iowa. If you guys remember, when we met up with the inbred family, we actually have a successful catch. He's arrested of an RSO over here in Iowa.
I know, I'm pausing for this. He said a successful catch, right? He was arrested. How many of these has he gone back and looked at him? Like, does he do something where he goes back and's like, hey guys, this guy got convicted, this guy got convicted, this guy got let go? You know, does he actually do that? Or is like, once the police take him away, it's a success, right?
So we're hoping to go 2 for 2, but yeah, man, he was a little bit nervous to meet our decoy. They always do this when they write these.
I hope to God you learned from the EDP fucking stuff and stopped using children.
Paragraphs and essays about how they're nervous. So instead of him coming over to the decoy's house, he decided to take her to his favorite restaurant that's right around the block from him. And he wants to wine and dine her. And then after that, he said that they can go back to his place. But it's not that easy, Grandpa. You know, we don't kiss on the first date. So we're going to have a nice.
Yeah, and that's the problem that I have with them. They're like, I've gotten so many pred catchers arrested. It doesn't mean shit if there wasn't a conviction, right? And it doesn't mean a damn thing if there wasn't a conviction, because that just means the charges were dropped.
Long talk. But yeah, y'all, I'm excited about this one, man. We got Eric behind the cam. We got security man James right here. And yeah, man, there's really not much else to talk about. I mean, just with the cheese pizza that he sent us alone, he should be locked up. And then with the online.
Dude, that stuff you got to be careful with. Like, has he talked to the police yet? Like, with this cheese pizza, has he stored it? Is it on his stuff? Like, the act of receiving this material is against the law, right? So your decoy's phone or whatever phone you use for that, if this guy is sending you that stuff, that means you are now like transferring and receiving child porn. It's a fucking felony. Yeah, and their conviction rates, even with Chris Hansen being professional as hell, were low as fuck, right? I watched these as a guilty pleasure, but they seem so fake. Good guy. Yeah, and that's the thing, is a lot of them, like, and look how, like, just think about how irresponsible this is right now. He's admitting on camera that he is receiving CSAM from this guy. Is he in touch with local police about this? Has he let them know beforehand that this is happening? Did he call them immediately when he got it? Right? Because that is still on there. He's holding probably pictures of it, right? How much have they seen, right?
My solicitation and all the other stuff he sent, this dude's clapped for. So if you guys want to see the unedited, uncensored version, please go over to our website.
Does he read local laws when it comes to that? Because, I mean, even like, you want to say like Alec Rosen and all that shit fucked it up. But it seems like since then he works closer with law enforcement in the area. At least that's the front that he puts up for it. So if he's working with law enforcement from the beginning, he has a higher chance of conviction. Though I find his conviction rate that he gives out of like 350 plus kind of weak. Like, how long has he been doing it? 350 plus seems low. Like, I would like to know the amount of the amount of total stings he's done, right? How much does he keep? Does he ask his friends? Well, I mean, the thing is if he's harboring it, if it's on his hard drives, it's against the law. Something they're a little knowledgeable on jurisdictions, but usually if it's a revisit, Jidion usually works with law enforcement too. You'll have to see the Pred fist bump video though. Oh yeah? Okay, we may try and look at that one.
Website edpwatch.com, where you guys can, get the whole shindig. But yeah, I'm done talking. Let's go get this dude. Hey, Mr. Dirk.
I just say I'm walking that way.
How you doing? We don't want any problems, but we need to talk about, man. You okay?
Yeah, can I sit on this chair?
Yeah, right here. Just stand right here for me, just for, safety reasons and everything. Okay. I'll grab it for you. Excuse me real quick.
It's just that raw.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Golly.
Here, yeah, just step down real quick. I don't want to bump you down.
I can't wait.
Well, just for safety reasons,
Oh, I see.
We're two big dudes.
If you got it, Rhino, I'll try to look for it while I'm looking up this. But if you got a link for it, put it in the Discord and I'll pull it up.
So, here, you can grab onto me. Oh, that's going to roll. I got you. Yeah, man.
Yeah, my leg. I fell over some logs up there.
No, it's all good.
And my calves got stabbed clear through. Oh.
Okay, man. But Mr. Dirk, man, I think you know why we're here. I think you know what we need to talk about. Okay. iPhone. Man. So, Mr. Dirk.
Yes.
Discord link is going to be in the description. Got it? Okay, good.
Man, why are we here, man? Hey.
I saw her on Facebook.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And how old is?
Well, she said that's way older than that.
Okay.
And then that, you don't know who you're talking to on there.
But she said she was.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your honesty, man. I appreciate your honesty. So you said she was. You said she acted older.
Yeah, and people have to be 18 to be on there. It says right on your. Or below your profile.
You talking about on Facebook?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, on Facebook, you can be.
Well, I thought they had a teenager one.
Well, that's a teenager, that's a very young teen. So.
No, I mean, a site for just them.
That's like Grindr and stuff like, like Tinder. Yeah.
Well,
So.
Wait, what? Is he saying that Grindr is a fucking app for teens?
Like Facebook, like they can be on there So, oh, you didn't know that? No.
I thought it said right on there 18.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't think you're a bad dude, man. I just wanted to talk.
I assume he speaks from experience.
Play this game.
What game do you play?
It's called Street Wars.
I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer myself, man. So I'm gonna have to look into that. Do you have any kids or anything?
No, my daughter died 4 years ago.
My condolences.
I didn't see her, you know, from when she was like 2, I think.
Oh, what was the reason? Why? How come you didn't see your daughter, man?
Well, the hateful mom.
Those.
I caught when we were still dating and stuff.
Yeah.
I caught her red-handed screwing around half a dozen times, if not more.
That's what hoes do, man. That's what those HO3s do.
Well,
304s.
I took her. I was the one that was married.
Let's speed it up a
So
little
like,
bit
was
here.
coming on to you, or like, you know, because you know how these girls be. You had added her, and then she was saying how you don't mind them. And you said
no, it
you're
wasn't
so
a
pretty,
temp link, but maybe it
and
got
you said
changed.
I like,
Let me go in
and
here.
then you
I'll
said
get
that
it.
you don't mind that she was. So how come you didn't really mind that she was?
Well, like I said, you never really. I could show you on my friends list.
Yeah.
There's a couple of gals. One plays good. Well, a couple of them play guitars.
Yeah.
And one of them, I swear, that's not her. She has 14 different profiles, and some of them are only just a couple months old.
Yeah.
But I talked to her for years.
You know, there was some flirtates, you know, messaging sent. You know, you know, I don't want to have to read what you were saying. You know, that's pretty
rude. Yeah.
You know, that's pretty graphic. You know, the whole reason, you know, why I'm coming over is because it was mostly like, you know, you had sent over to her. You know, and just to let you know,
all those pictures I got offline.
Yeah. You know, I'm not law enforcement. He's not. None of us are law enforcement. You know, we're just trying to be good Samaritans and like.
Notice none of them was me.
Yeah, that's why we're here, man. We obviously, if those were you in there, we wouldn't even be looking at each other right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, you said that you were getting added to groups with Nigerians and stuff like that, and I see you got a Telegram. So I'm guessing they're just sending you this stuff, huh?
Oh, on there, I'm gullible as.
Oh, what happened?
I personally have sent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, you know. Hey, all I need is $50 to get here, or like that, you know.
Yeah.
August
So no, yeah, links are banned just because of what people can send. Hold on.
We go to my bank. And
There you go.
I go on in. Well, there's nothing in there. Zero. I go, I just got my check.
And how much do you think they took from you?
Around $2,000. And
man, that's life-changing money.
Well, I got,
especially for you.
Yeah, I got 270 some back.
You don't look like you're that good with technology and stuff like that. So like when you say you were gullible, I totally believe that. You know, if you don't know about Telegram, man, they add you into these group chats, and at first they might be putting pictures of, you know, women that are of age, but then they're gonna start putting younger people in there. You know,
This one should be infinite.
I got on one, but
I'll just have to change it.
Yeah.
I come back and your mic is fucked up. Is my mic fucked up? Is no one telling me? What's going on here? All right. Hold on. Test. Is that better? Man, chat, you're doing me wrong by not letting me know that my mic is all fucked up. Any better? Okay, good. It's your fault, Damage. I'm convinced it's you. It's not Noah. It's not Birdman. Damage Sector is trying to ruin my streams. That's what's happening. Boom.
There's like I'm gonna say, I know there's 3, but there might be 4 of them group things.
Okay.
And it's always telling me so-and-so's been added or so-and-so's left.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know any of them.
You don't know any of them? What language does it usually be?
Well, I only talked on that one, and the grammar was so bad that you
know it's not English.
Still can't
How
join.
young kids are they sending
Gonna
in
try
there?
from
here's a
phones.
message.
What,
Hi,
now
how you
what the
doing?
fuck?
Mary was her name, and she sent me these pictures. This dad was going. The youngest daughter was. This Mary was like years old, and then the older one was she looked like.
Is he just fucking admitting to all of this?
She sent me these pictures, and I go, my God, you know. She goes, well, Grandpa and Dad brings guys home from work. I said, you need to, when you go to school, tell somebody.
Wait, so she sent you photos of her dad?
Yeah.
Having with. And
yeah, it did show her the girl. There wasn't actually going on, but both of them naked.
And what were they doing? Were they just naked?
Just naked, but the older one.
Yeah.
You know, she had her hand on him, you know.
Was it like on this part right here, like his private part, the dad?
Yeah, he was screwing her.
Oh, he was screwing the dad.
I mean, yeah.
And that was his daughter?
Yeah.
And Mary just randomly sent that to you?
Yeah, because that was the only time I ever talked to that girl.
Oh my!
So I don't know.
God.
I don't know if that was real or not.
But like the photo was real, but like you don't know if the story behind it.
I'm just going. You know.
Bro, I mean, who wouldn't?
Yeah.
So like, I guess you know, like you say, you being gullible, like,
yeah.
Like I guess like why did you send it to? Like why would you send the?
Just loneliness.
Just okay.
And then my brain just goes. You know.
We all have brain blips, you know.
Yeah.
I think you said something about like them sending like videos of them having with animals.
Yeah, it looked like mainly one ranch or
So it actually
Yeah.
seems like he's just a
Two of them
pretty
was in the house. They was having
milk
some of the-
toast
him,
fucking
her.
pred hunter.
Well,
Wait,
cars
what
on
was
there.
Oh yeah.
September 1st. This past September 1st.
Hey man, congratulations, man. 70's known for small feet at all.
Windows SIG set timestamp to around the worst part, but I think the vid is good too if you're looking for full length stuff. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. There's another video that I got to find that someone did like on Jidion, video essayist. I don't remember which one. We may watch that as the like the finisher for this stream.
Oh
yeah.
I'm seeing a little bit of I'm seeing some obviously on here.
Oh, just on that.
Yeah, man. Like I'm just trying to be a good Samaritan here, man.
Did you look to see if any of those pictures had a
the IP?
Yeah, or something like.
We would have to hook it up to our computer to find that. But I mean, while we're at it, do you want us to go in and erase this stuff for you?
Well, leave the cars on there.
Oh, so if it was in '99, then yeah, you were in your 50s.
Yeah.
So you're a 50-year-old man and you were touching.
All right. Let's take a look at this one. So yeah, pretty milquetoast predator hunter. Let's see. I'll give him this. He's not one of those fucking crazy people that's on Kick, but it makes sense that that's happening. It's like watching morons fight. Yeah. But I'm still stand with like if he only goes by arrests, then we end up Jidion's worst cop.
Stay as your friend.
Hello, officer.
How you doing?
We want to report an incident.
You're Jidion, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
You're the one who just called in, aren't you?
Yeah. So he came to turn himself in.
It's you! Didn't I just talk to you the other day?
Can you tell him what happened?
I was talking to a minor, yes. I was split with her. I said some horrible things. And...
Okay, alright. Get going. Get going.
Get going?
Get going.
Okay.
But he just admitted to you that he was talking to a
Get
Okay.
going. Why are you telling him to get moving?
I will.
Officer.
Okay.
You...
All right. Yeah, this is pretty insane for the cop to do. What it probably is he's been told this guy's going to come in and they can't do anything about it anyway. But they at least probably should have looked to see if they could, right?
I'm sorry, bro.
He admitted to you that he was talking. How old was she? Correct. And you sent her multiple pictures, correct?
You not hear what I just said?
Yeah, get going.
Appreciate it.
Office-
So here's how it works. You already know.
I just actually got done testifying over Lebanon, and I just testified the guy is getting 10 to 20 years. So I know that this can be prosecuted.
That's fine. Here in Mifflin County, the way our district...
Your county stuff, it doesn't matter how they handle it. They have to handle the law. And the law is attempt, you can
We're not going
arrest.
to have an argument today.
I'm not
This
going to
has
have an
already been
argument with
explained
I'm not
to
going to have an argument with you. I just want to we have you on camera just telling a predator to get it.
All right, so you guys are not law enforcement. So
Did I not just tell you that I just got an arrest?
Yeah, it's fucking pathetic. Like he keeps talking over this cop. Basically, what the cop's saying is you have to be. It's probably something in the law, like you have to be a police officer to take them down. Like they can't take and prosecute cases where some retard off the street has come in and did it. Yeah, this man is already being investigated and was arrested a couple days later. Oh, was he? That's hilarious.
Arrest in PA. Do I need to call the detective that I just tested?
I'm not too concerned about your arrest in Lebanon.
Why did you tell this predator to walk off when he just admitted to you that he was talking to a 13-year-old girl?
Don't ask questions.
I can ask anything I want.
Like he's
60%
good.
You're supposed to protect and serve the people of Lewistown. You got my answer?
You got your
answer. Do you like letting predators go?
No, I don't like predators.
No, you like letting them go.
You got your answer.
Do you like letting predators go? You must like. Oh, you just nodded your head, so you do like it.
You're just gonna post this on YouTube and have your fun day with it.
I'm gonna post you telling a predator to get it. He would have willingly gave you his phone if you asked for
We
it.
know who he is.
Do you want to see our evidence?
You keep it. If our district attorney needs it, he's interested.
How is the district attorney gonna get it if you don't take any evidence?
You can give it to him. We have your phone number.
So you want me to skip over law enforcement and go straight to the district attorney? That's what you want me to do?
We have your phone number. If he's interested, he's gonna reach out to you.
The district attorney is gonna reach out to me when law enforcement's job is to investigate crimes. So are you gonna investigate this crime, officer?
This is not an emergency.
How is it not an emergency when a man was talking to a 13-year-old girl? Now, what happens when he talks
I
to?
just explained it's not an emergency.
What happens when he talks to?
You don't hear too good, do you?
Sir, this man just told a sexual predator trying to meet a 13-year-old girl to get out of here.
All right, we're done.
He would have
Have a good
willingly
day.
gave you.
Can I get a case number? No. No. Don't. He's gonna arrest you.
Back your ass up.
Yeah. Get real snappy with him.
All right.
Yeah.
We're done.
Get real snappy with him.
Jidion.
What's up, bro?
You and your whole crew.
What's up?
If any of you go out there causing issues,
What issue?
I'm just telling you.
You're just telling me?
You cause an issue up there, we're going to deal with you.
Yo, you're going to deal with me accordingly?
So predator cop protecting predator, is that what's happening here?
So you're going to deal with me instead of a predator?
Yeah, we'll deal with you.
You're gonna, hey, listen. I'm not going to cause an issue. Give me your badge number. What's your badge number?
That's it.
What's your badge number?
You can have my card if you
Yeah, thank you. And I can't wait till the people of freaking Lewistown see how you don't protect and serve. Great job, Kenneth. Hey, you're a great police officer, buddy. What a joke. And you see, I would cuss his ass out.
Yeah, that's kind of the insane thing with it. Like, they wouldn't even consider it, right? I get that the county may have their hands tied, but they could at least look at it and hand it to the lawyer. Because as much as, like, you know, cops are supposed to be for the law, they're not taught a lot of law, right? I know that's hard to hear, but they're really not. They're taught the basic things that they're going to see a lot of, and then pretty much nothing else. So they would have to look into it themselves, or actually be a cop that reads the law and tries to interpret it the best. But take it, and if they won't do it, they won't do it. It's okay. Yeah, well, it's like, it's okay. It's that the law is the way it is, right? Like, you could take in the evidence, make a case for it, and still process it, because the guy is coming in and admitting to a crime. But I don't know, like, it could be the whole thing that when they hand it to the, I don't know, district attorney, whatever the fuck, who comes up to him, the guy's like, we can't take any of this evidence, so we can't prosecute this guy, right? And he could even say, like, Jidion bringing him up here, it's hard. It could be a hard case for the fact that he wasn't coached into this, right? He wasn't forced into it. So a defense lawyer could use that. Not how that works, Jeff. Case number for a crime, not a cop themselves making a case. No, the case doesn't exist because they're not cops. But take it. Not how that works, Jeff. Case report number for a crime, not a cop themselves making a case. Yeah. Well, that's just it. They didn't, like, they wouldn't take the case in, so there's no case number, but the cops should have taken the case in, right? Definitely bad optics, but not a good idea to fist bump a guy who is being confronted on a Predator channel. Yeah, he was. So was he already being investigated in the middle of this? God, do you have something on that? That'd be interesting. That'd be a little off off topic, but hey, I've seen Predator cops to go down before. It's not unheard of.
Would cuss his ass out, but I know you.
Don't care. Let's see here. Crybaby police body cam footage dropped. He's done. I don't want to do the internet anarchist. There was another one that I thought I saw, but doesn't seem to be here. Let's see. No, I'm not finding it now. What the fuck? The fist bump in particular, after asking he's Jidion, so he knows he's being recorded. It's quite insane. Yeah, it is absolutely insane. Jidion into huge drama. Man, what happened to that video? I thought I got it into my playlist. Let's go into history, because I know I clicked on that motherfucker. I know I clicked. You're just gonna have to hold on, chat. This is what ADHD looks like. Huge fall. No, I guess I didn't. Fuck me. There was, I guess, I wish I remembered one. I saw the Internet Anarchist one, but his videos are generally okay. He's done, the Internet Anarchist. This is 4 weeks ago. Judion's past is catching up to him. I guess we'll watch the Internet Anarchist and see what they says, but I never miss a video again. downfall continues to get worse. I mean, a lot of these content creators, I don't even know. There is something in the paper. Let me look for it. I see Diorio's latest video. Everyone believed Jidion at first. You might watch this guy.
As many of you guys know,
Jidion
and Alex Rosen.
Oh, this is 20 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see here. This is a month ago, but he's saying it's over for Jidion. Never miss a video. Oh, here it was. It was Turkey Tom.
Jidion is a YouTube prankster.
This is from 13 days ago. Let's see the Turkey Tom video. It's 45 minutes, so it'll probably bring us right around till closing time. And let's see what he come up with. I mean, he's usually pretty good. Turkey Tom.
Turned predator catcher, who was recently arrested during one of his sting operations. The body cam footage showed his full-blown meltdown while being put in the back of a squad car.
I am a multi-millionaire. I promise you, I can take this as far as you want. Officer, you will be in a deposition and you will be arrested.
While he faced a lot of scrutiny, he wisely apologized shortly after, in a video most people saw as sincere.
This is
Alex Rosen mentioned. I think he has a pretty high rate of actual conviction. If nothing, he is even better at being a guy that everyone just admits everything to. Yeah, that's true. That he does that. Now, I question his rate of conviction, right? Because he does say it's like 350 plus convictions, which I think is amazing. That's great. How many stings has he done, right? I don't think he's ever said how many stings that he's done. You know, that could be like, how many stings does he do a year since he started doing it after he got kicked off of YouTube, right? That's the thing I question. And that's the problem I have. Like 350 sounds really good until you think back to how far back like the EDP stuff was.
Genuinely. And I think what it is genuinely.
What many don't realize is that this is part of a pattern for Jidion, wherein reckless clout seeking backfires. And in some cases, his actions directly lead to people being victimized by the very creeps he swears to target.
When EDP joined my Discord when he was about to do the interview with us, he didn't join, but he found a girl in my Discord.
Jidion has been getting himself.
Yeah. That's another thing that we get back to, like, Discords, right? Someone needs to check this guy's Discords, because it seems like he has a lot of minors in there, and we have an actual situation where a minor was groomed and became the victim of a predator in his Discord, and he encouraged it, even if it was to catch the predator, right?
In trouble from the very beginning of his content creation journey. It's actually why anyone liked him in the first place. After finding some virality on YouTube doing comedic interviews at his high school, he began exploding in popularity thanks to his prank videos, quickly amassing over 1 million followers on both TikTok and YouTube. While the videos themselves were definitely inflammatory, especially to those who were provoked in them, he still managed to build an extremely successful and lucrative career on YouTube without getting himself into any major public controversy. However, this would suddenly change after he began streaming on Twitch. Only one day after officially becoming a partner on the platform, Jidion was suspended for 2 weeks for violating the website's harassment policy. This suspension came after Jidion saw that fellow streamer Pokimane was live and prompted his viewers to spam L+ ratio in her chat.
Oh, yeah, that's a big no-no.
Bro, I want to rate. Bro, please. No.
Yeah, it's hard to say because I guarantee he doesn't put every single hunt up on his channel either, right? It's going to be the ones that he thinks are most entertaining and goes from there. Stats are inconvenient. And as of now, like on Twitter, he said 350 plus. But like, what is the rate of like conviction? What are we talking about here?
Oh, Jidion.
Pokey quickly took note of the raid, initially doing her best to ignore it. However, as it persisted, she began hearing word from her mod team that members of Jidion's community were using the whisper function to privately message members of her chat and send hateful comments, prompting her to end the stream early.
I think I'm gonna end stream because
I believe that's how it works. I'm pretty sure.
like as much as I can deal with this, I don't like that people from his community are whispering people on my stream.
She also made remarks about the behavior before signing off, stating, "I think it's against the terms of service to do stuff like that, to send your viewers to on another streamer, because Twitch has a harassment policy. Brigading is against the rules. I'm pretty sure. I'm tired of being incel's punching bag. Go be sad about yourself and insecure elsewhere." Considering his behavior,
rare Pokemon W, I guess. 200 to 300 out of what? 1,200. But 200 is good. Like I said, there are guilty pleasures for me. I mean, I've watched the Predator Hunter stuff. Like I had a guilty pleasure of watching, the Predator Hunter. But then when you To Catch a Predator. But when you start looking at all of these guys and what they're actually doing, like 300, 300, 350, 200, whatever it is, that's good numbers compared to all the other channels where these people get away, right?
and Pokimane standing on the platform, it's no surprise that Jidion was served a 2-week suspension, but he wasn't about to take this lying down. Instead, he continued to provoke both Twitch and Pokimane. Upon learning of his suspension, he changed his Twitter profile picture to an unflattering image of Pokey without makeup on. He also live streamed himself giving a sarcastic apology in which he pleaded with his Nubian goddess for forgiveness.
I love you, Pokey! I love you!
Trolling Twitch DMs.
Please, Pokey. I was supposed to play Fortnite with Ninja tomorrow.
Jidion also attempted to get his own personal movement going, compelling Twitch to lift their suspension with a viral Twitter hashtag, #TwitchFreeJidion.
Oh no, so he had done the free Jidion before he got arrested. What the fuck?
Unfortunately for him, there was also a massive wave of backlash against him, as many described his behavior as misogynistic and hateful. The pressure was building, and ultimately Jidion had to accept his situation and concede defeat. On a serious note, I'm gonna take this L, because what I did really was TOS, but that comeback stream is gonna be something pressure. Love y'all boys, banger dropping Sunday. The following day, he posted a tweet claiming that he didn't want to rely on negativity to be successful. I don't like petty Jidion. See y'all on Twitch in 13 days. I don't need this attention to grow. Gonna speak to the Pogger community when I'm unbanned. Until then, we back to where we started. Unfortunately for Jidion, the damage had already been done, and he would never be able to stream his return, because he was permanently banned from Twitch. He tried to appeal the decision, but was ultimately rejected, with Twitch stating, "We do not unsuspend accounts for this level of abuse." Having expended all of his options, Jidion has a notable change of heart following this decision. While he had conceded to deserving a ban, he never fully apologized or admitted that he was wrong.
Is that what he says? It's a 30% incarceration rate?
For what he did. But now he was calling his actions corny, and even offered a sincere apology to Pokimane. Throughout this whole situation, I did a lot of corny stuff, and I'm way funnier than the level I brought myself down to. Pokey, I apologize. And boys, I'm dropping it, so I'm asking you guys to as well. The two eventually—
Oh man, that sounds very familiar to the apology we just heard, right? A little less genuine, right? No, I just randomly quoted and guessed that. I would guess it's much lower than that. I would put him probably below 10% somewhere. I would put the variety of these people below 5% if there's any. And Alex Rosen may be at the highest, but I would like to know what the amount of people that he's trying to catch is, right? If it's 30%, 50%, 70%, like how many people are actually getting taken down for this?
reconciled a year later, collaborating in a video where they ate fried chicken. Ultimately, a wholesome conclusion to the situation for both sides, particularly Jidion, who managed to come out of the situation redeemed. However, this situation would not be an isolated occurrence. In fact, it serves as the blueprint for the Jidion cycle, where he does something inflammatory, faces backlash, doubles down, then faces consequences, apologizes, and ultimately learns nothing from his mistakes. What's more is that he's consistently rewarded for the behavior in the form of views. Jidion continued to wreak havoc at every opportunity afforded to him for the foreseeable
incarceration. Oh yeah, incarceration. I'm sorry, incarceration. So they get arrested on site. That doesn't mean shit. Most of these guys probably get bailed out that day, right? And then they go to a bail bonds, get bailed out that day, and then the charges get dropped. So what did it fucking matter? I don't like eat the rich, but if you're broke, boy, just say so, Pokimane. Like, very genuinely, people we got here.
Future. In March of 2022, he attended a Minnesota Timberwolves basketball game and got a haircut while sitting courtside. The gag was relatively inoffensive, and it was ultimately shared on both the team's and the NBA's official social media accounts. However, he would continue upping the ante with every successful stunt. A few months later, he tried a similar gag at the US Open quarterfinal, resulting in him being confronted by security and removed from the venue. Things became slightly more serious in 2023 when he disrupted a class at the University of Houston and mocked a deaf student communicating with sign language. He was subsequently arrested and charged with criminal trespassing while he was streaming. Rather than taking the
criminal trespassing, another secondary, another notch, right? Another thing that's comparable to what's going on right now.
The situation seriously, he asked the officer if he could take a picture with him for the thumbnail.
Well, if you put your phone in your pocket, man, I'm gonna have to put you in handcuffs.
Is it cool if I get a thumbnail?
A who?
A thumbnail? Before you put the handcuffs on?
Well, I'll let you do that once we get to the station, okay, bud?
Okay. These are just some of the many controversies he found himself in, not limited to his removal from other sporting events for unnecessary disruptions. For the most part, there were little to no consequences for Jidion, and many positive benefits to be reaped from behaving this way. But the deeper he fell into his obsession with views and clicks, the worse he became at making sound decisions for his own personal reputation and for the safety of others. Everything
I work with retards.
Thank you, Fabby, for the sub. I appreciate it. Welcome.
Documented thus far, while some of it is arguably shitty, none of it is that bad. And it could all probably be chalked up to Jidion being an immature dude who got famous in his early 20s. However, this behavior ultimately culminated in one of the biggest blunders in the history of content creation. There was a time when the name EDP445 was one of the most beloved on all of YouTube. Bryant Moreland would make comedic videos about his interests, from the Philadelphia Eagles to his explosive bathroom experiences after eating fast food.
I never was a huge cupcake eater, you know what I mean? I've always been a little bit too sweet for me.
As a result,
oh, what a statement. Yeah, foreshadowing, guys. This is foreshadowing if you're just starting from the beginning. You've seen Skeeter Jeans catch a slightly more professional, but that same kind of humor goal and much less angry. Yeah, possibly.
Fans were shocked when he was caught engaging in predatory behavior.
I haven't seen his though.
While smaller channels like Cold Raven had been talking about it as early as July of 2020, it wouldn't come to a head fully until April of 2021, when the now infamous predator poachers confronted EDP in person. During the sting itself, Alex Rosen, at the time going by the alias Chet Goldstein, confronts EDP about the messages he had been sending to his decoy. In the messages, Bryant is under the impression that the girl he is messaging is a minor, and despite that, he continued to message her inappropriately. There are a lot of funny details about this as well, like him sending her a photo of a log he had just dropped in the toilet. I really can't put into words how insane the messages are if you haven't seen them. This also inspired the viral cupcake meme, as EDP claimed instead of trying to meet up with this girl for anything bad, he just wanted a cupcake. Unfortunately, the sting did not result in an arrest because the police were not involved from the very beginning. Alex and his team simply met EDP, and once they were there, they contacted the police. So Bryant Moreland was never charged. Instead, his only punishment was through thousands of YouTubers exposing and making fun of him. Jidion was very aware of this, and 2 years later, he wanted to do some content of his own about EDP. So he invited him to his public Discord server for an interview, which he intended to live stream. We know he invited him to his public Discord server with 130,000 people in it because Jidion showed it on stream, wherein he also showed himself messaging EDP back and forth to get ready. Unfortunately for him,
I'm gonna hopefully give Jidion I'm gonna give him some credit, like not credit, but like I'm hoping that after this situation, after this really retarded situation, he removed every single minor he could find from his Discord.
Once EDP was in the server, he joined the voice call and then muted himself, demanding that Jidion send him $200 to do the interview.
He switched up and said that he has to get paid to do it now.
How much does he want?
He wants $200.
Bro, I'll pay the $200. That's the guy. That's my guy. That's the GOAT.
Obviously, Jidion was not happy about this, given he had been teasing his audience eagerly with the prospect of doing an interview with EDP445. So he eventually ended the stream, and past this point went on to make other content. But Jidion did not remove EDP from the server, at least not right away. And this was a server with, as I mentioned before, over 100,000 people in it, and no age restriction, meaning many of them were underage. This was in June of 2023.
Yes, benefit of the doubt. Benefit of the doubt, Mal. Thank you. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word or the phrase to save my life.
Over the next few months, rumblings began coming out on Twitter and TikTok of some sting that was being conducted. Jidion himself even said on his stream that they had caught someone big, but he refused to say who it was at the time. However, the victim, Kayla Hoskins, ended up leaking what happened to the public before Jidion's video could come out.
The only reason why this is public, because I was gonna wait until like this was like in the court process and everything, but the victim went public with it. So
yeah, genuinely, $200 is nothing to a multimillionaire.
No, the victim.
The victim.
Girl.
Okay, got you.
She went public with it. So since she went public with it, you know, I just came out and was just, you know, kind of talking about it a little bit.
The information was released in a video from Kayla herself. She showed many of the strange messages EDP had sent her, basically ruining the novelty of Jidion's video, since now the most juicy information was already out there, apart from the actual real-life confrontation, of course. In the lead up to any of the sting dropping, Jidion was being very weird. On one hand, when people in his chat would ask when it was coming out, he would say only once Skeeter Gene, his longtime collaborator, dropped his version of the sting.
I don't know how many times I gotta say this, you know, but I'm gonna just assume that you guys weren't here for it, but I'm not dropping the EDP vid. It's not coming anytime soon. You're never gonna get it. Unless Skeet drops it.
For some reason, he wasn't eager to release this video. At the same time, when people mocked him for the initial interview being a failure, he would post on TikTok to own them, basically, saying that in the end, they got him in a sting.
Interview has to have been the biggest failure in all of...
So you guys know it's not CGI.
Well, the sting was eventually released, and it was disappointing to say the least.
Yeah.
It opens with Skeeter Gene setting the stage, revealing that EDP had been caught messaging an actual minor, not a decoy this time. He also says they had a private investigator take photos of him.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, we got some new people in chat today.
And then says that this sting will be different. They weren't able to get him wanting to meet up with a minor, so instead, their plan is to confront him at a doctor's appointment.
I think I don't know what the this even is. But he did send that to the girl. I guess he put some eyeliner on and some lipstick and sent it to her. This is not a filter, by the way.
While EDP is a creep, and I feel no pity for him, right off the bat, this is clearly not on par with other stings. The first 12 minutes of the video show them getting advice on how to handle it, and they then find him at his doctor's appointment. He instantly ignores them and walks inside. A few minutes later, he comes back out and tells them to leave, and then goes back inside the building. The police are eventually called, not because they have some evidence to get EDP arrested, but instead because Bryant called them, saying he was being harassed.
Yeah, he called. So he snitched on himself.
Bryant called.
Right. So he's just trying to be civil. He doesn't want to cause a big scene, right?
Oh, we're not going to cause a scene because
we just want to ask him a few questions about this.
No, I
chat
understand.
log.
Right? I understand.
Bryant eventually leaves the building, drives away, and that's the end of the story. But the video itself isn't even close to the biggest issue. There's a reason why I specifically noted earlier that Jidion's Discord server had tens of thousands of people in it, and that minors were present. Kayla Hoskins is the victim being referenced in the sting operation, and she's not a decoy. Like Skeeter said, this one is for real. But how did she meet EDP445? Well, she was a huge fan of Jidion, and she was in his Discord server. EDP, after being invited by...
This is like the perfect example of why you should not have minors in your Discord server for any fucking reason. It's even dumber, knowing that you have minors in your fucking Discord, to bring in the most fucking prolific fucking online predator that has been videoed. Like, I never heard someone, I dress up as a cupcake. He's trying to make fun of the cupcake meme, right? They're trying to make it entertaining, but EDP completely shut them down and fucking owned them.
Jidion to his public server full of children, noticed her profile, found her Instagram connected to it, and messaged her. But you don't have to take my word for it. Jidion will tell you himself.
But the stream that we were supposed to do with EDP, when I was gonna do that interview with him, that was the catalyst for all of this to start. When EDP joined my Discord, when he was about to do the interview with us, he didn't join, but he found a girl in my Discord, right? And in her Discord, she has her Instagram. So EDP, being the Rizzler that he is, he slides into her DMs and he initiates contact with her.
To be clear, Jidion, on a live stream that hundreds of thousands of people have watched, publicly admitted that he knowingly invited one of the most infamous creeps in YouTube history to his own Discord server full of children, wherein...
Wow, it's definitely not pre-watched on this. I just did this for the first time, but yeah, it's insane. I don't know why anyone wouldn't see this as insane.
Someone was then victimized. He goes on to say this makes him both happy and sad at the same time.
I'm sad to report. No, actually, I'm happy / sad to report, but he slid in an actual girl's DMs. Like, no joke. The girl is legit 50 years old, and he slid in her DMs. I'm not gonna lie, I low-key put...
And it's your fault. Like, this is all on you.
EDP on, chat. I'm sorry. I two-mans with EDP. If it wasn't for me trying to do the interview with him, he would have never found her Discord, and he would have never found her IG, so...
I honestly could not have put it better myself. Jidion invited this known creep to his Discord server full of minors. One of them was then taken advantage of, and Jidion made a video about it. I don't know what this is called, but to be honest, describing it that way sounds bad enough. In the best possible interpretation, this is the most irresponsible thing you could possibly do. Clearly prioritizing clout and content over protecting people from a dangerous individual. He continues joking about it, and while I'm definitely not one to cry about people poking fun at a serious subject, to me, these wisecracks speak to the fact that Jidion does not grasp the gravity of what he's admitting to here.
I'm not gonna lie, when I found out that he found her from my stream, this was like... Bro, made me hit the Ichigo screen.
And other information leads me to believe this whole thing may have actually been malicious. The following information was documented by a YouTuber named Plubius, who deserves credit for all of this stuff. And as far as I know, all the stuff he's gathered has mostly gone under the radar until now. In the same stream, Jidion says the way he found out about EDP messaging Kayla was from one of his Discord moderators, a guy called Inside. Inside sent a message to Jidion that he had contacted Kayla. From there, Jidion gets on a call with her, and apparently he was able to contact Kayla's mom about it as well. He then says he hit up Skeeter Jean, his longtime collaborator, to prepare for the sting.
Skeet sets up all...
Flabius, does he actually fucking credit him? Because fuck Turkey Tom if this... Yeah, he does. This guy... Oh, he was like... He made EDP content. Why didn't he just link the fucking video? Like, Jidion and his manager exposed an EDP drama. Okay, these are short. Let's see what we get here. Actually, hold on. Which ones? So today we're talking about Jidion and lying to his fans and also putting a child in danger. This is what we want right here.
Alright, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're back again with another YouTube video. So today I decided I'm just going to take a few minutes to talk about what's going on with the Jidion, Kayla, Skeeter Jean, EDP situation going on. So there's a lot to cover to the buildup of this. If you guys have not been on the Reddit, haven't been watching my previous videos, haven't been watching other YouTubers' videos because it became pretty mainstream. Basically, EDP was caught again flirting with a 15-year-old girl, that girl being Kayla Hoskins, who I actually end up getting on for a somewhat of an interview. It was more of a just hang out and talk and talk about the situation. But basically, she gave out a lot of proof and evidence in her video saying that EDP actually contacted her first and all this stuff. And, you know, a lot of people were calling her a clout chaser. Whatever, you know what, I already talked about that. That's not what we're going to get into. But basically, the thing we're going to get into is we found out that actually Jidion ended up confronting EDP at his dialysis center in Vegas. And the information he got was from Kayla, because Kayla actually...
Yeah, it's funny that like once all of this stuff came out, the minor who was the victim gets called a clout chaser because Jidion looks fucking bad for letting a kid be victimized in his fucking Discord.
Knew Jidion, or was at least in his Discord, and was actually able to get a hold of his managers and his Discord moderators, and was able to transfer him a lot of the evidence, in which he and Skeeter Jean got on a plane, flew to Vegas, and confronted him in front of his dialysis center. And that's kind of what we knew. And then Jidion decided to hype it up a bunch on his Instagram, saying, look, we actually did do this. We might as well talk about it now.
So you guys know it's not CGI.
Yeah, notice how he only does this small clip.
It's going to be released soon, you know, and then it turns out that he's just not fucking releasing it. He's just decided to hop on stream multiple times and say, yeah, I'm not releasing it.
The EDP vid. I don't know how many times I got to say this, you know, but I'm going to just assume that you guys weren't here for it, but I'm not dropping the EDP vid. It's not coming anytime soon. You're never going to get it. Unless Skeet drops it.
I'm not releasing it. This is the fucking second time he's phased drugged us when it comes to EDP. The first time was when he was supposed to interview him 3-4 months ago, and EDP last minute, I will give him that, EDP last minute did say that he wanted money, in which Jidion's like, I'm not fucking paying this guy. I'm not paying this pedophile, even though in my personal opinion, paying him versus just giving him a bunch of clout and attention on the internet are pretty much both evils.
Generally, I find fucking soundboards to be like just fucking awful, right?
That's my huge issue with Jidion, is he tries to dabble his hand in EDP content and content about pedophiles, but he doesn't understand the fact that you have to take a couple hits to talk about this kind of stuff. If you're going to do a video on EDP and try to interview him, unfortunately, you're going to have to pay him. He's not going to do it for free. And the fact that Jidion thought EDP was going to do it for free is a complete miscalculation on him and his team's issues and his manager's issue, which, by the way, we're going to get into his manager, because his manager is a piece of shit. But basically, yeah, so I guess, you know, EDP flanked out, and then he's like, look, Sneeko, if you want to pay him to get him in the interview, do it. Sneeko's like, my Cash App isn't working. He's like, look, I'm not paying him. If someone else wants to pay him, that's fine. Which, again, it's like, what the fuck, dude? What's the difference between you paying him and someone else? You know, you're not going to take the moral hit, I guess. But basically, the whole live stream was a complete botch, and then he ended up leaving the live stream on for a while on YouTube, saying EDP 445 interview, even though he didn't fucking interview him. And I called him out in my previous video on my previous channel about the fact that he left the VOD up saying that he interviewed EDP, even though he clearly didn't. But anyways, the reason why that's also connected is because that's how EDP found Kayla, was Jidion. And I didn't think about this before until Kayla brought it up. Jidion literally got EDP into his Discord to talk about stuff filled with minors. A lot of Jidion's fans are minors. So he ended up inviting the
all roads lead to minors and Discord.
Predator.
Someone get Future Nightmares in here. Get him on this.
Into his Discord filled with minors, and that's how EDP actually got a hold of Kayla. And even Jidion brings it up, like, really weirdly in the Penguin Zero thing, where he's like, yeah, I kind of alley-ooped EDP.
The girl was in my Discord, and that's how he found her. And he messaged her because she had all of her social media in her Discord stuff. So you could say I like low-key threw an alley to him. Sadly, you know, if he would have just asked me, you know, I would have put him on with someone around his age. But
it's like, what the fuck? Yeah, you kind of did. Fucking, like, you literally invited him into a fucking Discord filled with minors. You know what I mean? Can we talk about that for a second? Because even Kayla brings it up, how weird that was. You know, so that's actually how EDP found Kayla, and then Kayla was able to actually get a hold of the managers and was able to send him a bunch of stuff. And I didn't know about this previously either, because I assumed that when she realized she was being groomed, she sent all the information back, and then she stopped talking to EDP. Apparently, Jidion's manager actually told her to keep talking to EDP, and that's where the huge issue comes in. That's when I'm like, that's fucked up. You know,
I mean, that's crazy. I wowould like to see like the messages of this, because this would be insane, and I don't know why it didn't blow up bigger if that's the case.
You know what I mean? If Jidion's manager was actually a decent human being, he would have been like, okay, cool. Stop talking to him, block him. We're going to take the information and we're going to go confront him. That's it. He shouldn't have not have told her to keep talking to EDP. That is genuinely so fucked up, and I cannot, you know, defend that at all. You know what I mean? I was under the impression that Jidion just took the information and went, but it turns out that Jidion's manager actually told her to keep talking. that's when you start putting content in front of actual people being harmed. And that's when I'm not okay with it. You know, I'm fine with people doing content on EDP, but as soon as you start putting real life people in harm's way to do the content, that's when I'm not about it. And that's what,
and stay with me here, call the fucking police. Yes, absolutely. You have the crime being committed. Get the police involved.
pisses me off. And then on top of that, now he's literally saying how he's not even gonna fucking release the footage, and how he's pushing it on Skeeter. He said, look guys, if you want to see it, Skeeter Gene has the option to upload it. Skeeter Gene can upload it. You know what I mean? And obviously some of Jidion's defense is going to be the fact that he's scared to get his channel strike down, because that is a possibility. Even though YouTube themselves said it's fine as long as police are present, and apparently the police were present at one point. But basically he's scared that he's going to get his channel taken down. He's scared that he's going to take a morality hit for uploading this. Get caught and found out about how actually terribly he handled this situation. A lot of people are like, especially me, were like, this actually might work. This might actually work. This might actually do something. But it turns out that it actually could ruin the court case. You know, before I was like, you know, it's a little iffy, but I mean, it's content, but it's a little iffy. Apparently this actually footage and him actually confronting EDP could actually dismiss the court case. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a crazy situation. So he fucking hyped it up, and then now he's realizing, maybe I shouldn't release it. Maybe that isn't a good idea. You know what I mean? And now to fucking try to back...
I can't call the police because I'm a skeptic and I don't trust authorities. I'm gonna be Batman.
Track and try to stop people from hating on him. He's doing like Bible study now. And don't get me wrong, I'm religious. I understand it. I get it. But the fact that to use religion to try to get away from backlash is insane. So instead of people going to his channel right now and calling him a fraud and calling him out for...
That's the thing. It's so hard to believe any of these fucking people that are like live streaming or like making videos on their fucking their newfound Christian beliefs. It's just so performative. It's even worse when you look at like some of the people who are doing it who are still degenerates. Like you look at fucking Tectone and all of that. Good night, Astro. You have a good night. Tectone and all these other fuckers out here. Tactical Templar, fucking who else is there? The God, what's his name? Rev Says Desu. They're LARPing as Christians because it goes hard on the right, not because they actually feel that way. Rev, yeah, Rev. It's fake performative. Like go be a Christian, go fucking spread the word or something like that. Turn your channel into a completely Christian channel and nothing else.
Who he is, and calling his manager a complete fucking piece of shit for allowing Kayla to keep talking to him. Instead, he's got people saying, oh, thanks for following Jesus, thanks for doing this. And then Kayla even brought this up. The motherfucker promotes Raw Dog merch as he's talking about religion and following Jesus Christ.
What did I say now? What did I say?
And stuff like that. Like, you can't make this shit up. And I hate people who use religion in order to get away from controversy, in order to try to, like, you know, make themselves look good. It's like they're completely fine with following religion as long as it's like, you know, making themselves look good. You know what I mean?
He says it, but does he have more? Jidion and his manager exposed in the EDP drama. All right, let's try this one.
All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're back again with another YouTube video. So this video is going to be the third video in the kind of a series going on right now. The first video being Jidion is a huge fraud. The second video being Jidion's manager is a huge fraud. And then obviously this video. I do heavily suggest you guys go watch the previous two videos, especially.
Okay. I'll do that. We'll, Jidion is a huge fraud. Jidion's manager is a huge fraud. Okay, this is like 2 years ago. And then... I guess 2 years ago. Okay, let's I haven't watched Jidion as a fraud. What's going on here? Oh, maybe
that's what pisses me off. And then on top of that, now he's literally saying how he's not even...
Oh, is this the one we just clicked on and watched? Yeah, this is the one.
And that's where the huge issue comes in. That's when I'm like, that's fucked up. You know what I mean? If Jidion's manager was actually...
So we already watched that one. Let's do his manager as a fraud. So far, one problem I have with Plubius's video, and maybe the last video we watch will show it. Like, I need some kind of receipts that they were doing this, right? Because the 15-year-old might be saying it's happening, but if we can't like lock it down, then it's just not going to go anywhere, right? said, she said at that point.
All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're back again with another YouTube video. So today I'm going to be doing a video talking and exposing Inside, who is Jidion's manager. I did briefly talk about him in my Jidion is a fraud video, but I felt like I need to just make a whole video dedicated to him because he has done some really scummy stuff and he's constantly contradicting evidence to make himself look good and to try to, cover up him and Jidion's huge problematic situation when it came to them confronting EDP at his dialysis center. So to quickly catch you guys up, basically Inside is Jidion's Discord moderator, I guess, even though his title says owner. But basically, he was the guy who kind of set up
Jidion
the EDP 45 interview, which happened a few months back with Jidion. And that's obviously my first complaint, and I brought this up in my Jidion's video, is there's proof, and they've talked about it multiple times, on how they actually invited EDP into their Discord filled with minors. The purpose of this was for his Discord to ask EDP questions live, but obviously this could have been done in a much better way, in a much safer way. So basically, there is evidence in...
it's like instead of bringing him into the fucking Discord, you could have just done a Discord call with him, right? You could have called him individually. Well, the 15-year-old also said Jidion is connected to the Illuminati, so she's very sane in my opinion. Oh God, yeah, that's the problem. You're trying to trust a 15-year-old who is probably pretty mentally ill at this point with what's going on with EDP and all that other stuff. You've got to have like something that shows it.
Inside's video that shows that Jidion did send EDP the link to his Discord, pretty much inviting EDP into his safe place, into the Discord, in which EDP actually did end up finding Kayla, who's the 15-year-old girl who was groomed by EDP. She came out with her own video a couple months ago that she was groomed by EDP, and she had a bunch of evidence and a bunch of proof, but we're going to get into that. Basically, yeah, Jidion invited a predator into his Discord filled with minors. They have brought it up a couple times. He brought it up in Moist Critical's video saying that, like, unfortunately I did alley-oop him. But I feel like it deserves more response than that. I feel like a lot of people have been like, oh, Ploobies, he already addressed it. Yeah, but that's not just a small little mistake. You literally made your whole entire Discord vulnerable. These people that look up to you and join your Discord expecting you to kind of protect them within the Discord because that is your community. And then you end up inviting a groomer into that Discord. And then one of the kids actually end up getting groomed, who was Kayla. Which is really deplorable, and I think that's worthy more than just him going, yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it kind of sucks we did that, yeah. And
my bad. I didn't mean for the child to become a victim of EDP. I didn't mean for that. I also didn't like keep it going so that we could confront him on a channel and not contact the police or anything else.
This was also proven in one of Inside's video where he shows Jidion sending EDP a link to his Discord. So it wasn't like EDP just found the link. Jidion sent it directly to him, which is a huge issue. And that really proved that they're always going to be content first, given the interview. But that being said, let's keep talking about the interview. The interview didn't end up working out, I guess, because...
Okay, this is just kind of going over what the stuff is. So I understand this. Is there anything else? Yeah, he shows that. What's this?
Hitting up Kayla first.
Make sure you tell your parents, tell the police, all that kind of stuff. And then I was like, yo, I have a fire idea for a video. What if you just lead him on for a little bit? So that,
oh, no.
What if you just lead him on?
Because EDP end up getting, hitting up Kayla first.
Make sure you tell your parents, tell the police, all that kind of stuff. And then I was like, yo, I have a fire idea for a video. What if you just lead him on for a little bit, so that
dude,
I'll tell
this dude should have been fired immediately.
IRL interview with EDP because he ghosted us on the online one. So she literally just came up to me and she was like, "Yo, he's DMing me," and I'm pretty sure it was because he saw her in the chat or something and saw her Instagram was linked to her Discord account. But she showed me the chat logs and he messaged her first. So.
But.
Professional raw dogger and a Christian. Like, do you see him just sitting there like a fucking retard while this is being said? Like, nothing clicks, right? Nothing up in your fucking dumbass brain clicks that this might be a fucking problem.
Then he goes on his Reddit, and yes, this is his real Reddit because it is, part of his YouTube where you can actually click and go to his Reddit. He posted underneath on the r/EDP subreddit, she hit him up first, then unsent the message. So he's pretty much contradicting himself and Jidion, who both said that EDP hit her up first. So it's kind of confusing how now he's going to the Reddit and claiming that Kayla hit EDP up first, even though both him and Jidion had said multiple times that that is not true. that actually EDP hit her up first. So I'm very confused on how he's contradicting that evidence. Another massive contradiction he has, and I think this one is really important in the timeline, is him and Jidion both have said multiple times that Kayla was actually went to the police immediately. Like, they told Kayla to instantly go to the police.
So before we even considered to make a video about this, we made sure that she was okay, that her parents were involved, and the police report had been made. In fact, I didn't even alert Jidion to it until she had...
Yeah, I seriously doubt if you got the police involved in any of this, that they would agree that she should keep talking to the fucking minor. Imagine messaging and her thinking she's girl, but she turns out to be a femboy. That'd have been a better idea than what we're seeing here, as long as they were of age.
told her parents and filed a police report.
He even says in one of his comment sections, they reached out to the police and the victim went to the police station and filed a police report nearly 2 months before Jidion and Skeeter went to confront him. Skeeter has done this hundreds of times over many years. He is far from amateur. The child was already leading him on before we ever talked to her about it. My issue here is Kayla has also said to me,
the child was leading him on. What a statement.
Me and on my live stream that she actually went to the police the same day Jidion and Skeeter went to go confront EDP.
So I want them to like get all the evidence, but at the same time, it's been how many days since you filed the report?
Well, I filed it on August 11th, but...
What is this? What in the actual fuck is this?
Yo, I need you to do me a favor. Can you call this number and patch me in?
Yeah. Wait, oh, the victim, she's calling me.
No,
wait, hold on.
One second. Yo, hello?
He's texting me right now still.
What is he saying?
He told me, fuck you, bitch. That's what he said.
We got him.
And I'm
We
already
got
here.
him?
I filed the report.
Yeah. Keep on filing. Do your thing.
So I'm obviously more inclined to believe Kayla because it makes more sense. The fact that Inside and Jidion would probably tell her to go to the police during the sting operation when they're already going to go confront him and nothing can really get in the way, because they're definitely scared that, if she cut contacts with EDP or if she decided to just immediately stop talking to him, that would cause EDP to get suspicious, so they couldn't just go confront him. He would obviously be on edge.
They weren't allowing me to go to the police station 2 months prior because it would have ruined their content.
But she did continue talking to EDP, and I feel like if she did go to the police immediately, they would have told her to cut contacts and everything and then take all the evidence. But considering the fact that she did continue to talk to EDP,
Yeah, 100%. They're lying. The cops would not have been okay with a bunch of YouTubers saying, hey, we want to keep her going to catch this guy, right?
Behalf of Jidion and Inside telling her to, which is going to be the next point we're going to get into. I'm just more inclined to believe Kayla, and also she has no really big reason to lie, and if she is lying about this, that obviously could cause an huge issue for the court case, because when she reported to the police is obviously very important in this entire situation. So that being said, let's move on to the next point. Both Inside and Jidion have mentioned multiple times and are completely open with talking about the fact that they told Kayla to continue talking to EDP even after she has already been groomed. They tried to justify this by saying that they talked to her parents, they checked with her and see if she was okay, yada, yada, yada. I think it is still extremely inappropriate for both her parents, Inside, and Jidion to allow Kayla to keep talking to EDP. They claim...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If her fucking parents are being like, yeah, daughter of mine, child of mine, keep talking to the pedophile, right? We're doing the right thing here. You're doing the right thing by getting all of these fucking dick pics. Yeah, I don't believe they talk to the parents at all.
Saying that, she was never in harm's way. This was never going to be an issue. No matter what, this is never going to be a good thing if you tell a victim to continue talking to a predator. I think that is highly irresponsible.
That's right, Johnny. What could go wrong? Well, here's the thing. They're not protecting her from anything. She's getting these images. She's seeing all of this stuff. That's the problem. That is the problem. Yeah, maybe she's not going to go to him and get fucking raped, but she shouldn't be exposed to this kind of stuff, right? It's just as bad.
And the main purpose for that was so that they can get content. So that's obviously a massive issue. At no point during the sting operation were they ever going to benefit the court case. It's not like the sting situation was EDP was there to meet up with a child, which is the kind of the big thing when it comes to stings, is they're there to meet up with a child, which could be used in court if they can prove that they were there specifically to sexually involve with a child. But the sting operation had nothing to do with him meeting up with Kayla. They just went and confronted him. That was it. So I don't see anything about this sting video that could actually benefit the course at all. If anything, it's just going to negatively affect it because it caused these massive issues. And now you got someone like inside contradicting the evidence and yada, yada, yada. So this whole entire situation is so incredibly fucked up. And I don't see how this could benefit anything. For everyone who thinks Inside and Jidion are heroes, they're clearly not. And this is proof.
They're not.
Like, they're not heroes at all. An actual responsible adult would have told her immediately, say, hey, look, block EDP, go to the police immediately. But instead, they took Kayla and used her for content. You know what I
mean? Yeah, they used her as bait, right? They didn't give a shit about this 15-year-old kid. They're like, oh, she's talking to EDP. We can get the EDP bust. EDP will generate millions of fucking views. I don't even think it's incompetence. I think they maliciously knew that if they kept this going, they might be able to get more shit out of EDP. There's no way that they were just this fucking dumb about it. Like, oh yeah, you know, I know it's a minor, but you know, she could talk with him, right? That's okay.
I mean, this is absolutely deplorable. And then on top of that, the video wasn't even good, which I already talked about. It wasn't even worth posting. You know what I mean? It literally nothing happened. It was such a bad video, you know, and then he goes on to say that Skeeter Jean is a professional.
In this case, I even stumbled across this comment on Reddit titled, EDP might escape justice once again because of amateurs. And to call Skeeter Jean an amateur is beyond crazy. Skeeter Jean has worked with law enforcement for years on these videos, and he is by far not an amateur.
What's the definition of worked with law enforcement, though, right? Is he talking to law enforcement before the stings happen? Is he working with them on all the content, right? Are they ingrained in the investigation, or is working with the cops him calling them right before he does a sting? Right? That's what I would like to know, if it is. Because if it's just him calling the cops, he's not working with the cops at that point.
Ambiguous, and don't give up the information that you have. If you've got the quote-unquote dick pics and you're like, is this you? Then you've screwed it for San Diego, because that's stuff that they will come to you with.
Questions for you. I want to know what this picture is of you with the makeup on. Do you recall this picture, Bryant? Bryant, can you look here? I just want to know what this is. Like, what in the actual fuck is this?
Yeah, right? So yeah, he's definitely a professional. Both him and Jidion are just professionals. They're totally not just content creators at all, and don't care about who they put in harm's way as long as they get those delicious views. You know, it's absolutely deplorable, and Inside needs to answer for this. I really hope he sees this video and attempts to talk about it and attempts to really disprove everything I'm saying. You know, it's going to be hilarious to see. So on the last note, I do want to bring this up because I've kind of not talked about it in my last couple videos, is the final point I want to bring up is Inside and Jidion are very dead set that Kayla was never going to be in harm's way. She was never going to be at risk. But if you guys have seen Kayla's Hoskins video and her talking about EDP and her experience, she has a clip of EDP explicitly saying that if she was going to set him up and if she was going to do this, he was going to shoot her and everyone involved.
And now, you know, with the hindsight of the Mike Glum documentary, we see just how fucking insane it was. Like, EDP is on the fucking edge, right? I believe if he actually thought he was going to jail, that something bad might have happened.
And everybody else there.
But I'm telling you right now, if you fuck me over, if this shit goes wrong in any fucking way, shape, or form, give your soul to the Lord.
Both Jidion and Inside know about this. Jidion, he's even brought it up in Penguin Zero's video.
He was kind of tamed at first, but he literally sent a voice memo saying, like, if this is a setup, I'm gonna fucking air you and everybody else out. And so we were on high precaution whenever we conducted the investigation in person.
And they still proceed to go along with it.
There wasn't even cops there.
I think that is also incredibly immature and incredibly dangerous. They claim that she was never going to be at risk and that she was going to have no issues, yet they willingly knew that EDP felt this way. And yes, EDP is all talk. I understand that. But the fact is you had someone threatening a minor or threatening an individual with death and everyone involved, and yet they still went through with it. I think that is extremely irresponsible as a content creator, and I think that itself also deserves a response and stuff like that. But anyways, that's all I really want to bring up. If you like this video, guys, leave.
All right, let's see the last video if it brings up anything new. So obviously his manager is implicit in like wanting to just keep making this going. The dude even fucking said that it was like, I have a banger video idea, right? Not thinking about the kid, not thinking about anything else, only thinking about making fucking money off of a child getting fucking groomed by
leave a like,
EDP.
subscribe.
Insane fucking behavior. That's not it. Boom, boom, boom. Just absolutely fucking crazy that this guy thinks he should be a predator hunter. Let's try this again. I should have just. All right.
Especially Jidion. All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're back again with another YouTube video. So this video is going to be the third video in the kind of a series going on right now. The first video being Jidion is a huge fraud. The second video being Jidion's manager is a huge fraud. And then obviously this video. I do heavily suggest you guys go watch the previous two videos, especially Jidion's manager is a huge fraud, because it'll give you a lot of the context of what I'm going to be talking about now, because this is kind of directly related to that video. There's a lot going on, and I think it's best if you guys want to go and actually like kind of get caught up. I think it is best for this situation. I'm going to try to do an overall explanation of everything, but if I do into deep details, it's going to be a 30-minute long video, and I feel like I really need to get to the current stuff. That being said, let me give you guys a quick overview of what's going on. I'm sure a lot of you guys know who Jidion is. He's a massive content creator. He pretty much started his content by doing like pranks and stuff like that, where he'll go in public and fuck with people. During that time, he started looking more into like predator catches, and he started diving into like, Chris Hansen style content, which ended up leading him to, start getting into contact with someone like EDP 445, the Cupcake Man himself. This is when we get introduced to Inside, who is Jidion's manager. Basically, him trying to get involved with EDP. Inside end up trying to set up an interview by getting into contact with EDP's Discord, and then they tried to set up an interview where Jidion was going to interview EDP live in his stream. He was also going to make it so his Discord can ask EDP questions live, and what ended up happening is EDP ended up flanking out. He wanted $200, and then Jidion didn't want to pay him, which is fine. I respect Jidion for that. My issue is the whole entire video and the whole entire stream was a complete flop. That also being because Jidion realized that EDP wasn't going to show up, and then he still proceeded to tell people he was going to pay it, he was going to take the moral hit, yada yada yada. What ended up happening is he never actually ended up paying him. Sneeko was going to pay him. Sneeko didn't end up paying him. Ended up wasting everyone's time for an hour and a half. I think, if you realize that he's not going to show up and you title it EDP interview and everyone's there to watch the interview, I think at that point you either change the title or end the live stream. And he decided to keep live streaming for a good hour and a half after that. And then on top of that, he decided to leave the stream up for months after, saying it was an EDP interview, which was just straight up clickbait and straight up a money grab. But that being said, a huge important detail that I kind of talked about was he was going to do a live Q&A with his Discord, but the way he did it, he straight up invited EDP, who is a known predator, into his Discord filled with minors. I do talk about this a couple times in my previous videos. You're blinded by this idea, which really goes to show throughout this entire situation. But it's not like someone actually got groomed because of it, right? It's not like EDP actually groomed someone in that Discord, was actually found by EDP. EDP ended up hitting Inside for being, and that's kind of the overall story. But now we're going to kind of dive more into it and kind of talk about my issues with that entire situation. Is at the start, I was like, okay, cool. EDP got caught again trying to hit up a minor. He got caught trying to engage with a minor again. He got caught trying to meet up with a minor. But that was the first thing, is actually he wasn't there to meet up with Kayla. They actually just went there straight up just to confront him. He wasn't there at the dialysis center with the intentions of meeting up with Kayla, which is what a lot of people thought. So I want to disprove that right now, that they weren't.
Well, they did that because EDP wasn't biting, right? He was starting to realize something was wrong because these guys are shit at predator hunting. So they had to try and force it because they've promised their entire audience, especially after the victim came out, that they're going to take down EDP. And they're promising interviews and videos, and shit's flopping, so they're catching heat for it. So it's pressuring them to get him in an interview, and it's like, oh, we'll just follow him to his fucking dialysis shit.
There to meet up with Kayla. They were there strictly just to confront him, which is already just a clout move. It's already like that itself is already a content heavy thing, where they weren't actually there to try to catch him doing anything. They weren't there to try to help the court case or the police investigation. They were there strictly for their own.
That's true. He does want to be fucking bribed with cake
Content, and for their own redemption and their own,
cupcakes specifically.
Back at EDP for skipping out on the interview, which I bring up and we're gonna talk about in a bit. So I can see how this set up, this going to confront him, could actually cause a lot of issues for the. So now ill in front of this dialysis center. It just wasn't a good look, and on top of that, the video was complete shit, which is a big reason why already. So that Skeeter and Inside, they're all heroes, and they're all good people, even though I disproved that in my previous videos because they did a lot of really scummy things, including telling Kayla to not file a police report until the sting operation, which Kayla said herself, and I also was able to prove that in the video, which again, I suggest you guys go watch if you haven't already. So they did a lot of extremely scummy stuff. So they're far from heroes. They're literally just opportunists. They're a bunch of money-hungry content creators, and I really need to let you guys know that because they're trying to fool you guys. Inside and Jidion are trying to make it seem like they're on the side of the people, that they're against EDP. But even that, I prove how what they did could be a huge issue, and that the fact that they only did it for content, and they even willingly allowed Kayla to keep talking to EDP for the content. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. It's plain and simple. They literally told Kayla to continue talking. Oh, that is extremely fucked up, and you don't understand the psychological effect. Like, yeah, I understand. And I think it is.
We've heard all this before.
Guys, go watch it because it'll add so much context. But that being said, I posted my video talking about Inside and exposing some of his contradictions and some of the stuff he had to say. He pretty quickly after posted a comment which was edited and also deleted. So his original comment said, "There's a lot more to the story that isn't public, and there's more to it than both me and Jidion knew about." Yeah, but then why involve yourself in the situation then? Like, that's what I'm trying to understand is you're going to sit there and say in my comments that there's more to the story that isn't public and there's more to me than both me and
This is probably like we've seen the interview, and apparently their story is that they told her not to send pictures and stuff like that, but she sent pictures and they didn't know, and any of this other fucking stuff. And I think it's fucking cope and a lie. Brother spent half of the video remapping past two videos and then telling us to go watch the other two. I know it's fucking kind of insane trying to listen to this guy like, hey bud, yeah, you just mention the last two videos and get into the new shit. You're padding for fucking time because this video is only 14 minutes long.
Jidion knew about, then why'd you guys get involved if you didn't know what was going on? That doesn't sound very responsible if you ask me. We go on to say, Kayla apparently sent messages to EDP first. Several of her friends contacted us afterwards and told us Kayla had shown them screenshots and showed her hitting up EDP first. Okay, where's the proof though? You can't just say that in my comment section. Inside, if you're really dedicated on trying to disprove all this and you really want me to listen to what you have to say, then come up with your own video with all the proof.
Max breaks.
You can't just say that. And on top of that, would that even be a reliable source of proof? Because it's like, who knows if these were actually Kayla's friends or these were people trying to make Kayla look even more like a clout chaser than people already say she is. You know what I mean? So it's just not really adding up. She basically begged us to let her be a decoy for the video for clout. That's part of the reason why Jidion never released it, because she misled us on the details and then made a video about it. That's what jeopardized the case against EDP. I'm so confused though, because it is public though. You're saying that there's a big reason Jidion didn't release it is because, we're wrong about some of the information and we're ill-informed, but yet Skeeter Jean still released the video behind a paywall. You know what I mean? And then if that's the case, and Jidion should have went on a live stream or went on his channel and said, hey guys, so we really fucked up. We jumped the gun too early. We weren't fully understanding the situation. We shouldn't have got involved in a situation we don't understand. But no, you guys are going to sit there and keep trying to bury the stuff. You guys keep sitting there and trying to bury it to make yourselves look good. He goes on to say, If she hadn't made a video about it, EDP would likely have a chance at jail. Again, just throwing it all on Kayla. They're a scapegoat through this entire situation. Yeah, we're the adults in the situation, and we put her at risk. You know what I mean? We're the one who got her in this situation in the first place by allowing EDP into our Discord. So let's just sit there and push everything onto her. It's her reason. She's the reason why EDP isn't locked up. But not us for being clout-hungry fucking goblins. It's Kayla for coming out with a video that she was allowed to come out with because the police okayed her, and it's her fucking evidence, and it's her who got groomed. She has every right to come out with her video if the police okayed it. You know what I mean? You guys are the fucking scumbags to take her evidence and then try to make content about it. He goes to say, the only reason why we mentioned getting back at EDP was because it's a storytelling mechanism that creates tension, basically a retention tactic. Remember, Jidion is a creator and storyteller. Structure is important for retention on the video. This is in reference to the fact that I bring up heavily, the fact that I feel like this was 100% just to get Jidion's name back in good graces with his community because of the fucked up interview. And he's trying to say like, no, we're faking being upset. We're faking being upset because it adds story. Guys, there's a fucking 16-year-old girl involved, an actual victim. I don't give a fuck about story or retention or whatever. Like, this is some sort of Netflix documentary. You guys clearly fucked up, and there was clearly an agenda behind this sting.
Yeah, I mean, just saying that you were acting and all of this other shit is fucking insane. Listen, guys, listen. No, it's not that. We were just, we were pretending while this kid was getting groomed.
It was clout. It was for money, and it was to get Jidion's name back in good graces, which is what I proved. And then he's going to try to disprove it by saying, oh, it's just a story structure. Don't hit me with this manager talk. There's still a police investigation about it, so I can't really talk too much about anything that isn't public, which is really fucking ironic because it's like they're no longer a part of the investigation. So I don't know why he's saying there and acting like he's still a big key part of it, even though he isn't. Neither him or Jidion are. Kayla goes to say, several of her friends, I literally have 2 friends and none of them are on Discord or have contact to you, so there's still a case. EDP will probably go to jail and I'll get justice. Don't give yourself too much credit, Harry Potter, because you didn't help catch anything. Also, what type of manager makes videos? You aren't involved in the investigation at all. You don't know what's going on. And then lo and behold, guys, he took down the comment. He decided to delete it, which isn't the first time he's trying to hide stuff. So later I end up going on to Rince's live stream and we were just chilling. And then I end up getting informed that actively trying to hide his videos. He was unlisting them. They're not deleted. They're not privated, but he did unlist them, which makes it very hard to find these videos. And so he originally had 6 videos on his YouTube channel and now he has 3. And the 3 videos he's trying to unlist were 3 videos that I took clips from. So it's extremely suspicious that now he's trying to hide videos that I took clips from. Like, extremely suspicious. That threw up red flags.
There's still a investigation happening? I don't think so. Yeah, it's all content brain bullshit. No, I don't think there's any investigation. This is like 2 years ago. And genuinely, it looks like he nuked his Discord. He does have one called Jidion Premium. That looks like it's fucking only got like 14,000 members in it. So I don't this is just it's insane, the hiding and trying to dodge all of this and the PR thing and blaming the victim that they're doing, that they did for this, right?
Immediately. And for people who say I'm grasping at stuff here, I don't understand the situation. Anytime I hear a content creator hiding videos, it tells me nothing but that they're guilty of something. It's and the thing is, though, we also have his response on that, which is so hilarious how he tries to defend himself in this situation on privating videos. So you can actually go to one of his biggest videos in his community tab, and one of my friends named Extra Rinse, who is a fellow content creator, obviously guys, go check him out. He said, I wonder why you unlisted it. Referencing why the video has been unlisted. And Mr. Gamer 2 also said, interesting how you decide to unlist this video and most of the others you had on your channel face the facts that we caught you in Jidion's ass running from accountability. In which he responded to both of them pretty much the same way. He says to Mr. Gamer, what are you talking about, buddy? The video isn't relevant anymore and it just gives the wrong people a platform. And then he says, it's irrelevant now to Extra Rinse. We know more info about the situation now and it gives the wrong people a platform. It's just kind of suspicious how you guys decide to start taking down that video or try to, unlist it after my video exposing it. If the video wasn't relevant anymore, as you're trying to explain, that's why you unlisted it, then why didn't you do that before? Why does it take my video to show you guys that? You know what I mean? It just isn't adding up. So this guy's going to keep hiding and running away. I'd be surprised if he came out with his own video trying to explain his situation or try to provide proof to these crazy things he's bringing up. Yes, I'm not a big channel, guys. I understand that. And it would be nice for a bigger channel to pick up on this because it is feeling like I'm trying to fight a losing battle. But I'm still going to keep fighting because I think this stuff needs to be exposed. And I think the fact that he's privating videos now and he's deleting comments and all this stuff, it just shows that he is scared. Him and Jidion are terrified because if this gets bigger than my channel or, my platform, they're fucked. They're fucked. If this gets to bigger hands, I think there's enough stuff here to be exposing them and at least show that this is an extremely fishy situation. But that being said,
obviously that didn't happen. They're not fucked, right? This could be the kind of thing like you would think this would be something that is career ending, but it's obviously not. The dude's still making tons of fucking money being a fake predator hunter. So
if you guys like this video, leave a like, subscribe. I'm going to keep talking about this because honestly, this is so incredibly fucked up. But anyway.
So yeah, millionaire got away with it as always. Good evening, Speed. How you doing? It's just, this dude is so pathetic. It's not even funny, right? These people will say that they're working with police, but are they actually working with police? Let's go back to this video.
You
like,
were
what is
touching
their
a girl, man. That could have been bad news if she was a snitch.
Okay, hold on.
Well, good thing we're here, man, because I don't want you to get in trouble. We'll just tell him everything. We'll just tell him everything's okay. Hey, how you doing, officer? Oh man, I could be doing better, but here with my man, Mr. Dirk, you're not gonna send girls anymore?
Yes, he does need to have his Mama Max moment. I agree, Kamoji. We need this bad. But you see how the cops just showing up and they really don't know what's going on? That's because they probably just called the fucking police. That is not working with the police department to get predators fucking arrested and convicted. I don't give a fuck about actual arrests. Arrests don't mean shit. Are you actually getting these guys put in jail, or are they just getting released back on the streets, realizing that they just don't need to talk to anybody about it? They need to be more careful than they were before.
Hell no. You're not gonna invite them to your house anymore?
No, I'm learning.
Okay, and
learning my lesson.
And you're gonna get rid of. You're okay with us getting rid of all that on your phone?
Exactly.
Okay.
I already said that.
You watched the 5-hour British Runner video? Nice. Multi-millionaire to electric boogaloo. Let's go.
Okay, we appreciate that. And you're never gonna talk to girls again?
Nope.
Okay. And you're not gonna, see your neighbor's daughter anymore?
Nope.
And you're gonna delete all that too, right?
You guys have.
Oh, we're gonna delete all that, but you're not gonna talk to girls no more, right?
Right.
Like he said, he's not gonna talk to girls anymore. He's not gonna send them. Yes, sir.
Doing this while you could have done this before I was here, so I don't want to make it be.
Oh, my bad. No, this isn't.
So if you guys
pretty.
I'll take it.
Yeah. So we have it inside the car with airplane mode. He had invited a girl over to his house to have. He also sent her. He has a lot of on his phone that he let us.
If this was an actual sting worked together with police, he wouldn't have to be sitting here explaining this to this guy. They would be doing the fucking sting. The police would be involved. They would understand what's going on, and they would come in with all the fucking legal stuff, right?
Delete. And this is and this is the last time he'll ever do something like this.
Do you have conversations with him?
Yeah, that's what I've heard. He always seems to have an attitude with cops. He's the one that's fucking this up every single time. He's the one that fucks it up. But this is fucking, it's the cops' fault.
Yeah. I mean, I have the flash drive and everything. Yeah. I mean, would you want to look at the chat log that he, because he had invited her over to his house.
Do you give us consent to take your phone to look through it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry? You say that's good? We'll take your phone?
Yeah.
You know why the cop asked that? Because for them to be able to take his phone, they have to have a fucking warrant. Do you think that they're going to get a warrant instantly? No. They have to bring something forward to show it. If this was a sting that involved the police, The police would be there with a warrant for his phone, for his house, for anything they needed, because they would have gathered the evidence ahead of time, brought it to the prosecutor or to a judge. It would be a judge or a magister, right? Magisters can sign them too. Generally, they're not. It doesn't happen that way, but they'd bring it to a judge. The judge would be like, "Yep, this is enough to get a warrant." They would sign the warrant, and then these cops would be showing up with a warrant. But that's not the case, right? If this guy had said, "No, you can't fucking look at my phone," they would be like, "All right, well, there's nothing we can do. Let's go get a warrant because you just now gave me the information while letting the pedophile know that we're going to be looking to get a warrant for his phone. What do you think he's going to do on his phone?" Right?
Go through it. I mean, you're admitting what you did and what you said, so we're going to take you down to the police department and have a conversation with you. We'll go from there, okay?
The thing is, Schlepp hands off the person, the in-person confrontation of Pred to Jidion. Is that like who does it for? Is Schlepp does the work and then Jidion goes and fucking gets a Jidion just goes and does it in person? Like they botch this. I guarantee you, like, Jidion has no fucking convictions. Not one person has been convicted on this fucking guy's channel. He's just letting predators go instantly. This guy may go to jail, maybe, because he's dumb enough to basically tell the cops, "Yeah, you can look at my phone." But it's fucking yeah, the dumbass cops have dumbasses mad cops have rules for evidence, probably mad about the 4th and 5th Amendment. Exactly. And in fact, like, there's even a situation where, like, they could be saying that he was pressured into doing this. So a lawyer could come in and be like, so no, he was pressured into giving the phone information to you, since he was pressured by an outside force. Even pressured by the fucking police sometimes can lead to that. None of this evidence is worth anything, so it all gets thrown out. You know what happens when all that evidence gets thrown out and can't be looked at? The guy gets fucking let go.
All right, y'all. Shout out to the Waterloo Police Department. They're gonna get him charged with something today, and then once they run his phone, they're gonna find the cheese pizza. Bro's a yapper. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
yeah, you're a fucking moron. What they're gonna do is fucking find it, maybe try and convict him, and then some fucking lawyer is gonna go in there and be like, "Yeah, no, some fucking YouTube fucking retard pressured him into giving up his phone to the police. This is not fucking justifiable. This is a breach of his fucking 4th Amendment. So we're gonna throw all this shit out." Obviously, right?
Like, it wasn't even nothing coherent, but we got an arrest. So that's just the best thing.
Arrest doesn't mean shit. Anyone who looks at these and claps at an arrest is a retard, because then these guys just fucking get away with it.
Yo, what's good, EDP Watch Nation? I hope you guys enjoyed this catch. If you did, please just do me a favor and hit that like button. Leave a comment.
So because people say that fucking what's that Skeeter fucking guy? Skeeter Gene. Let's see. Let's go to the end of one of his videos. Skeeter Gene. Mind your own business. Mind your own fucking business.
She needs answers. She needs answers, Joe. Joe, we're not following you to the police station again. Look at him run.
Oh, this is Joe.
What gave you the idea to let her live there? You have to connect to Wi-Fi.
This is just him, assaulting him. Pred gets caught taking D-pics with in his garage. Okay. Confrontation. Law enforcement present. So let's see.
You're going to take a chance with... Oh, recommend it. Going to be on a truck? Okay.
Oh, what the... Do you notice how there's, like, currently no law enforcement, right? Hold on. Did he just show him? Oh, look. Law enforcement's just pulling up. You know why? Because they got fucking called. These guys are not working with the fucking police.
You call the cops?
They do not work with the police. They call the police. Wait.
Call the cops, yeah.
I didn't call the cops? Did he just fucking say that? Hold on.
No, what the hell? Did you call the cops? I sure as call the cops, yeah.
I didn't call the cops. This dude doesn't work with the fucking police. These guys are pathetic that just do it for content creation, and all of these guys are probably have like a 1 or 0.01% fucking conviction rate, right? 0.01%. All of these fucking people need to go and need to just fucking stop, because all they're doing is teaching predators how to be smarter, how to not get fucking caught, right? Cops can't do shit when the evidence isn't right, when you haven't worked with them, right?
What the hell?
And y'all like him if you did, I mean.
Well, just, if they come say something, just act natural. Just say, like, you're not going to talk to her anymore. Just, like, kind of stick to the script, you know what I mean? I think, it'll be cool. If I just feed them bull, I think they'll leave you alone. See, man, that's why you should.
Okay, so this is them just lying to the guy, right?
Like when I mentioned it, they might ask to see your phone or something.
Okay, he's fucking lying to this dude. Even more of a fucking reason to not be doing this. Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm sure you don't want to try to do the wipe real quick right now before they come and try to say something to you.
They're here already.
Yeah, if they did try to work with the police, they'd not be allowed to make this dramatic video. That's what I wonder about, Alex Rosen, too. Now I have to go back and look at some fucking videos. Like, how close is he working with police in those situations, right? I want to take a look at these freaking pred hunters and actually see what they're doing. Because this, while they're not fucking abusing the guys like the fucking kick dudes, they're not doing anything. They're not doing anything. These guys go to jail, they get arrested, they spend maybe a night in jail, a few hours in jail, and then they get let go and the fucking charges get dropped.
Yeah. All right. Well,
you see how the cop is talking to them and trying to get all the information? That's because this is not a sting operation where they work with the police. This is them calling the cops after the fact, after they're with the predator, to get their arrest.
I mean, just don't mention anything about
Is it not on this? Oh, it isn't. It isn't. Sorry. You see here. I was watching it on the opposite video that I pulled up. You see here how the cops are talking to those guys? It's because they're not in on the sting. I'll say it again. They're not in on the sting. They're questioning these guys to see what's going on because they've never seen these guys in their life. Maybe there was a call to the police station and they're saying that that's working with the police. But what are the police going to do with that? Or they tell them to bring in the evidence, but oh, we got to do the sting first.
They might have got word there was a black guy in the neighborhood and someone called the cops. I don't know. Seems like that kind of.
Not like Mexicans.
What's that?
Black people not like Mexicans.
Do black people not like Mexicans? We're pretty cool with the Mexicans. I mean, we give them the N-word pass. So, I mean, they're pretty cool with us generally. Why?
Well, where I was working at.
Maybe someone called because our car's just sitting there.
Video of him talking to him. We gotta drive back and upload it. It might take a day or two, but everything.
I mean, we have enough.
Everything, the drive, everything start to finish, the communication.
Scumbag cop.
I can send it via email, text message, however you want it.
Scumbag cop.
We'll probably do it through email.
All right, Chad. Scumbag cop.
I can send a video of him talking to him. He would answer the phone when you first got down there, but he didn't even react to it.
Oh, okay.
They'll be on the way here.
Okay.
And so,
sounds good.
I mean, with all that stuff, and do y'all have something? I mean, if we give you an email address, can
we can literally send you everything up with this video.
Don't worry, I won't make your channel.
Video of him talking to him.
I'm a quarter Mexican.
We gotta drive back and upload it. It might take a day or two, but everything.
I mean, we have enough.
Everything, the drive, everything start to finish, the communication.
Scumbag cop.
I can send it via email, text message, however you want.
Scumbag cop, because you're randomly calling the police while, passing CSAM back and forth with this fucking dude. You've not taken into the consideration what's going on. You probably haven't read a single fucking law in this area involved around it, and you haven't got them involved. You basically flashbang them with this and hope they get arrested.
We'll probably do it through email.
All right, Chad has been sitting over there plopping a squat for about, 3 hours now. It's like he's getting patted down. I think they're gonna take him. Detective's gonna take him to his car for a brief interview. And there he goes. That is gonna be a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Skeeted in 4K. All right, well, looks like we're about to...
Well, if you want to go with it, like if you want to see the actual difference, like I don't like Chris Hansen. I don't think his show did a lot of good. It was funny when I was younger, right? But you hear about like a lot of the other stuff in the background and then pressuring the police to do stuff and people getting away with it. It's at least he was working with the police, right? They let him do the show. So, you know, they let him do the show. And he fucking, the police would come in. They already knew what was going on. They already had the warrants. They already had what they needed to look at it, right? So they at least had more information than these guys are giving them.
To wrap up here, boys and girls, that's a story of Chad Kennedy from Trinity, North Carolina. As you can see, he's over there sitting on the back of that truck. The officers are keeping a close eye on him, making sure that he doesn't get away or delete anything off of his devices. And as you can also see, we lit up the whole block. I mean, there's like 4 police cars right here, plus the detectives down there in the white
I'm
truck.
done. I don't need to say any more of it. Yeah, these two are not good fucking pred hunters. They're just the same pathetic pred hunters that I've talked about before. They fucking they don't do anything. I would bet there's like I said, I would again bet that there's no conviction rate for these fucking guys because they're not good pred hunters. People may think that they're good. You know, some of the people may think they're good because they talk calmly to them and they don't do the kick fucking thing, but they don't work with the police. This is not working with the police. This isn't doing an actual investigation with the police. So, and like most people said, it would probably, like, the police wouldn't do it with a YouTuber just to randomly do it. Like, Alex I'll look at some videos and see if he's actually working with the police or if he's fucking doing the same shit and he just happens to have a fucking higher rate. But like for now, like these two, they're morons. They shouldn't be fucking doing this because they're fucking it up every time they come about, right? All the evidence that they gathered gets thrown out and can't be used the next time this guy gets caught. And next time will probably be an actual fucking rape. Anyways, guys, now that I've gotten off my soapbox there about retard pred hunters, thank you all for coming by. I appreciate y'all for everything you do. Thank you for the subs and the likes. If you haven't liked the channel, on the way out, like the channel for me. It helps me out amazingly. If you are new, just watching the show, and you like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And we'll be back on, actually, I'm going to dual stream on Wednesday. I'm going back on K-Huck's stream to finish up, you know, the her going over the Birdman drama. So I will be over there on her stream. You can either watch it through her stream or I'll do it on mine. But for anyone who's already watched my content, it will kind of be a repeat for stuff I've already covered on it, just with K-Huck and her group, Blue, and anyone else who comes on. Oh. I've seen Alex call the police beforehand, pre-catch, but at what rate? Not enough to make a good assessment. Then again, I don't sub to the locals. Yeah, like I said, I'll probably tomorrow. I'll do some I'll watch some Alex videos, and we'll see like the extent of his pred hunting too, because it just seems like I haven't seen a good one yet. And a lot of people talk up big game for Alex, but if it's really no different than this, like people saying they work with the police, this isn't working with the police. This is flashbanging the police so that they don't have what they need to get at fucking Dorkwood. We are going to do Dorkwood. It will be Sunday. It will be Sunday. It will be Sunday. I'm not going to let a fucking crazy drama, even though it feels like there's drama after drama coming out here lately. Take me off of Sunday. We'll go back to Dorkwood and get playing. I want to finish that game. And it's fun just having a day to sit back and play some games with, you know, the few people in chat. But anyways, guys, y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you for stopping by, and we'll see y'all on Wednesday here or on K-Hub.